really hard to see, so you're gonna have to watch real carefully right here about the Lucio and the Winston.
Have to keep an eye on Skooma having a
Lucio's playing the corner. Did you see that? He booped the Winston.
Yeah.
Just real fast. Right here, you can kind of see it. He boops the Winston off the edge, which means the Winston uses his leap to get back. And right as the Tracer's turning around, you can see he also used his shield. No shield, no leap. These people are really far away. Tracer's super far away. Diva's like super far away. Same thing with Zen back there. If Tracer was up here, and you guys decided to do this, which you should have decided to do, melt the Winston. Absolutely destroy him. Because he is this far up, he's already half health. If you watch his health bar, he's only getting shot at by Diva and Winston right now. And he takes most of his health and damage. So before he lands, he has no armor, and all this is just Winston right here. Gets him down to half, gets healed back up, probably, 100 maybe, gets back down to 100. Think, Tracer's there, one clip, he gets down to a third of what he is now, and then, like, a tickling by the Pharah, and he's dead. And then they have no space. They cannot win this fight. If they try to go in with the Mercy with Rez, good luck. If the Diva tries to move in to protect the Mercy, even better luck. That's 2 kills for you guys.
Getting 30% off of the barrage.
And so now you guys call out that the Winston's there, or the Winston's exists and should be focused, and then he has leap back, and he escapes and gets healed up by... I mean, you can see, like, the duration of this leap. Let's watch.
Getting 30% off.
Gets down to maybe 200 health, and then gets up 300, 400 health, back to the armor, 450 health. So he just got healed 250 just because he had leap back. And that was easily could have been melted by you guys. For one clip by Tracer that honestly wasn't even that accurate, hate to say it, did 200 damage. Okay, Winston uses leap. You still know he doesn't have shield, and he's still really far up. So you guys could still focus him, but at this point you've already made a mistake. What is their Winston's goal here? It's just to create space. He wants to create space to let his Pharah move up, to let his Diva move up, and to let his...
This has been an amazing
Where is he? Where is he? Zen move up. And he's done exactly that. You guys have had to back onto the point. Now the Tracer's being a real nuisance. It's gone from, let me get an image up here. This is... Image, Lijiang, scrolling. This is going to be the wrong side, but you guys will get what I mean. So just imagine like the sides are flipped, It's gone from your team being here, and then here, whatever. Well, Fair and Mercy are going to be like here, all the way back. No, I'm kidding. To you guys being here, and then, like, I don't even know, probably right there. And then them being Tracers here, Winston's here, Diva's here, Zen's here, Fair Mercy are up here, Like, you can see the disadvantage that you're at. Other than the Pharah not maybe being able to shoot some of the people further back, like, they are all around you shooting at you. You have no... I mean, you don't even... Yeah, you don't have a Reinhardt. You can't play Shield War.
To try and harass these tanks coming in for 0 burst.
So this is going to be when they really start to go in. And honestly, like, they're so bad at going in. I hate to say it. Like, watch the Winston's game, the enemy Winston's gameplay here. Takes half of his damage by you. And then Lucio pushes him, gets a little bit low with 2 things of healing on him and puts his shield down, and then says, okay, team, let's dive. Big mistake by him. Anyway, your Winston's going in relatively alone. Diva Bomb. All right. Winston going in here alone. Dangerous because they have a Zen, but he's low. I'm assuming you called out that you hit him again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you go in. I'll just say that you called that you hit him because that would see you hit him right here.
And then I jump.
That's some good timing right there. I'll go with it. I'll go with you guys have some great...
He's pretty good about calling his shots, so...
Okay, so you're going in on the Zen here. One thing, this is, like, really close to not working. Like, really close to not working. All Mercy has to do is heal the Zen, and Zen has to discord you, and you lose the fight.
0 burst.
Especially Pharah turning around. That would also help, but, they just aren't good at appealing. Neither are you guys. We'll talk about that in a second. So Winston's going in here with the Diva Bomb. Winston, you can't see it because the spectator cam doesn't show it, but you zone the Mercy off the map. She gets out of range of the Pharah and has to float off the map to not get shocked by you, and then you chase the Zen away so that the Mercy's just floating off that way, off the map. So you actually get 2 healers with this, which is really, really good. Like, completely by accident, but really good.
Calculated, 100%.
You got the next level plays.
100% calculated, okay?
Okay, so you go in here, you're gonna get the Zen. I'd be amazed if you didn't, yeah. Just like, only against the Zen took half your health, just saying. Just, it was close. It was more dangerous than you think.
That hurts, man.
Yeah.
That's scary.
So, this
Also,
is more...
Lucio, right before you got dove, you wall rode up on speed to boop their main tank in the face.
Yeah.
That should have been your life.
Yeah. You guys get so greedy. And we'll talk about that in a second. I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. You guys get so greedy.
But you wall ride up to the main tank. You walked up to this man. You looked at him. You used your biggest peel ability. And then you started to just saunter off. No!
Okay.
You know us so well.
You would just piss off the fat kid and then turn around and
Book it.
Okay, so Winston, you guys got both the healers. Like, it's hard to lose a fight at this point. You pulse
Oh, well,
bomb
yeah,
the
the
Winston.
Mercy's off the cliff. Yeah.
You thought I was kidding? Yeah, you guys get this. I hate this so much. I wish I could just skip this part. You get the Winston with the pulse bomb. It's honestly not a big deal that you got the pulse bomb of the Winston there. Like, Mercy wasn't dead yet. Like, you popped 1 ult for 1 kill with the Zen. Like, it's really fine. It wasn't necessarily in hindsight, but no one likes hindsight, so you know, it was worth it. Okay, if you don't get this fair, I would cry, but you do. I hate this so much. So you're like, oh guys, first of all, what is Lucio here? Or
Yeah, he's here.
Yeah.
what happened? I was like, we were talking about this for so long. I'm like, okay, one of 2 things happened. Either Diva jumped off an edge and tried to die, and you just happened to get a boop in. Most likely, I think, I hope, because you know they probably called like suicide because Farah, or you just booped her off an edge and she didn't have her boot or her boost. Like, what happened?
She didn't have her boost.
I think
From
he
what I remember.
tried to dive him, and then he played her and booped him.
Yeah. Because she
I
was.
think we all freaked out after that because he said something too.
Yeah.
Okay, so you should have farmed her for all charge, but since it's
Yeah.
just you, I won't yell at you. And it was cool. Though. How much? I want to see something. Okay, so she wasn't that. She didn't have that much health.
6% HP.
Yeah.
And 6% charge.
Yeah.
That's
This is crazy looking back at this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
It
fucking
is.
nuts, man.
Yeah. So like you have Diva, Tracer, Lucio, Winston, Mercy's in your front line right now. Like,
we play this poorly, if I remember correctly. We play this
awfully,
really poorly.
in fact. You get the Tracer. Props. You shouldn't have in any way ever, and she should have pulse bombed you and gotten a triple kill. But you get the Tracer.
A spark plug to get into this point.
And then this, so that's greedy. Okay, that's greedy. That's like, what are you guys doing? Greedy. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
And then this, I'm just not even gonna. I'll just let you guys watch this
dive
once.
tanks going towards the other side at last, baiting towards the middle map. So now forcing Lux to split apart. This could be a chance for them to target, but a lot of ultimates on the board. You're looking for Skoon to get in position for this barrage. It's actually coming from behind.
So like,
they just need a spark plug to get into the
so
point.
like,
maybe another different direction.
it's like, hey, there's a Winston here too, by the way, guys. And then Tracer's like, I got him, and then goes all the way in, and then rewinds. And then Diva's like, I got him, goes all the way in, and then tries to escape. And then Winston's like, I got him, and then goes all the way in. And then instead of falling back, you guys keep going for him.
For them to target, but a lot of ultimates on the board.
at this point, like, you gotta know you're in too far, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you really greedy on the Tracer, really greedy on the Winston. Tracer goes in, says, oh, never mind, I can't get him. Diva goes in, says, oh, never mind, I can't get him. Winston goes in, says, oh, never mind, I can't get him. And then after you all have used every single ability known to man, you're like, wait a second, what if we can get him? And then Lucio shows up too.
Okay.
Looking for Skuma to get in position.
Okay, so they get Lucio, they get your Diva mech.
Of all 4 players.
It's pretty big here. You actually get the Mercy, which comes in big later, because Valk.
All 4 players.
Okay, so you are down to Lucio. Let's keep track up here. Down to Lucio, down to Diva, they're down Mercy.
Being actually very patient is happening.
Their Winston. Okay, another thing. Just triple not worth it. Even if you got their Winston, you wouldn't have gotten their Winston because he had ult. And this is another thing I see. You guys need to keep track of ults more. There's a couple scenarios where it really kind of messed you guys up.
Oh boy,
not like,
on tower.
yeah, not like you didn't lose any fights because of it, just because the enemy team is not good. But you get real close.
All over the kill feed, getting 4 players down.
I feel like I'm gonna barrage.
Oh my god, okay, the two are you guys must be twins, right? The 2 Pharaohs? Like, it's crazy. I'll talk like it's so dumb.
We're having some good fights.
Okay, so Mercy comes in and reses these 2, so you're technically up run right now. Just saying.
First chance to get on the point.
And then you lose your Pharah to a Tracer. And then they lose their Pharah to a Tracer.
They'll be moving on, but that's going to be at last not able to make this.
Okay, so it's just like a whole lot. This is like a big old sustained fight. The only things you guys do wrong here are maybe sub-ideal target focus. Like, it's not awful, but it's just not great. Like, you need to be planning to like hyper dive the Zen when this ends. This is when when I saw this, I'm like, man, these guys have good communication. Because watch what happens. Lucio's like, oh my god, there's a Zen behind me, send help! And then Winston, literally just watch the Winston. He's like fighting the other Winston. Poor target focus. And he's like, did I hear the word Zen in my ears? Like, you can see him flick over, like, watch, looking that way. Zen? And then Mercy shows up too, after resing like the Lucio and whoever's like, Zen? Like, it's insane. You guys like, are you guys screen cheating or something? Like,
we hate fucking Zens.
yeah, I guess.
We hate it with the fucking passion.
And then their Winston is like, no, please. Okay. Tracer, you 1v1 the enemy Tracer and died.
This is where keeping track of enemy ults comes in. The respawn timer, Mercy's just up, and you should hear like,
okay.
I will watch over you, or some bullshit.
This made me so mad. It's because you guys had such a great communication, like a perfect dive on the Zen, and not like a millisecond later. Watch the Mercy's ult, okay?
They're trying to clear up the point.
It is as he dies. The she ults, you should be thinking, okay, let's think. Pharah respawned, so she's up. Okay, let's get a green. Mercy, she must be up because she just ulted. Tracer's up because she just killed our Tracer. Diva's up because she's right behind you, and Winston's up because he's saying, "No, please don't kill my Zen." So who do you think this Mercy's gonna res?
Zen.
Yeah, it was so easy for you guys just to sit here for like a millisecond more and get a kill on a Mercy and then another kill on a Zen. Just saying, that would have been like easy. But instead, like, you guys actively turn around as the Mercy comes in. It's actually kind of amazing. Like, it's one of those like spy movie moments where like they like shift down a hallway and like you're like, how did that guy not see him? Like, this is what just happened. Like your Mercy's like, oh, must have been the wind. And then they just res the Zen without taking a point of damage. Makes me sad. Alright, in the meantime, you got their Diva mech, which is really big, and then their Diva, which is even bigger. And their Zen got back up. That was a really good pulse bomb. Long range.
And Lux reaching the 95%.
They get your Mercy, so you're down a Mercy, they're up a Mercy and a Zen. Both of the Pharaohs ult pretty much at the same time. Ready?
And Lux reaching the 95% here.
1, 2, just like that. So they'll get the pulse bomb on the Mercy. Their Pharah kills your Winston, and then your Pharah kills their Winston, and then self-destruct saves you guys. You 90, I give it a 90-10 that you would have won this fight without, or 90-10 that you would have lost the fight without this Diva Bomb. And the only reason it was so good is because Zen's an idiot and Pharah was ulting. And then Pharah gets rezzed. And here's something I hate. Target focus, like this is a fight, and you guys just don't focus the Mercy. Like I hate to say it. Like all of you like watch. Diva and Tracer are the ones that go for the Mercy here, I think. Pharah, you're shooting at the Tracer, which is questionable. She goes that way, and that was your rocket. Ironically, your rockets, Medic actually called this out. You and the other Pharah rockets hit each other. Cause like I was saying, like, oh no, your Pharah, like the Pharah shooting at the Tracer, not the Mercy, cause like that's her rocket right there. And she's like, no wait, the Pharah's out here. And then I'm like, oh my god. Yes. So like, how often does that happen? I have no idea. Okay, so Diva, Lucio, Tracer, Pharah. Pharah's not going for the Tracer. Pharah's running from the Tracer. Like, let's be real here. I hate to say it. And Tracer's gonna keep going for the Pharah, and she will get the pick, which is good. But like, you gotta get the Mercy. Pharah, you're just gonna like walk outside.
I had to get out.
I know you had to get out, but like, I don't know. It's just you have a Lucio. You can at least like you have a Diva too. Like, help, Diva, DM your Pharah. Just saying. Alright, you completely purposefully planned that to taxi the Mercy back. Who knows? Maybe you actually did. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, I did.
Oh, nice. Good work then.
She called out that she got back up. That was good, right?
Yeah, it was good. Their Mercy's just kind of like chilling right now, and they're stalling. And this is where I don't like your target focus, especially because it's like, I don't know. It's just messy. Just messy. I don't know what happened to their Mercy in the end. She like died and then switched to Lucio, but like I saw her body not 2 seconds ago. Oh well. Okay, you guys get that fight. It's not too bad. Main thing is sometimes poor target focus, like in-fight communication could be improved, it seems. Like when it's just kind of like a clusterfuck around the point, you guys could be like, hey, let's go for this guy. That could definitely be improved some. And then a lot of it is just like, you should have lost that fight like 8 times, but the enemy team isn't good. Like, when you guys did the whole Tracer thing, and then the Winston thing, and then like 3 of you died, that's when you lose the fight. But then you didn't, because I don't really know. The enemy team just doesn't do damage.
There's another fight next map that should have been lost.
Oh yeah.
And their Genji just tilted the shit out of me.
So tell me I want to hear your mentality behind this comp.
You have those ultimates, you have to convert
Not this comp. This comp.
Oh, just literally brawl. Like that's it. You want to like make space and let Reaper just walk onto them, and that's it. Just delete the front line, I guess. I'm not sure how to explain it, but
delete the front. So win shield war, and then
shield war, and then just push onto them. Like just make all the
play that close range, speed boost, shield the Rhine, have Reaper shooting, Junkrat spamming. Okay.
The majority of the time we run this, we normally have a McCree instead of a Reaper, but we have been experimenting with that more because we
normally have McCree to deal with backline.
It's normally McCree.
That would be. That's funny that you say that because you deal with the backline anyway. You'll see what I mean. It's funny. Everyone except the Lucio and the Reaper will laugh.
Are we gonna see some junk Tracer fights? Cause fuck that Tracer.
Oh yeah, you keep spamming your own spawn at it. Like, oh god. Okay, we'll talk about it. So, here's a small comment and then a big comment. Is at some point soon, you know that they are running dive and not death ball, which means to you, they're going point, not up here. And if they do go up here, they're pretty much dead. But they're not going to go up here for a second reason. You're spamming it with Junkrat bombs. And they're like, maybe we don't want to walk into Junkrat bombs. Wait, what's that? A Reinhardt shield right there? Maybe they had a Lucio and they're waiting for us, you know? So you are almost actively discouraging them from coming up here, which almost never matters. And in this case, it didn't matter. But sometimes it'll matter. Very rare scenarios. And when it does matter, it really matters. Like, that's a lost fight. Okay. When you see this, everyone's on the same page. You know where they are. You're like, okay, they're going main. And so then, like, Zarya's getting energy. Junkrat's just spamming. Mercy's healing someone. I don't know who.
Healing 500 HP Reinhardt.
Yeah, maybe it's Zarya. Maybe she took a little bit of tickle.
No.
No. Okay, you should be damage buffing Junkrat, but whatever. And then like you just like still like, oh, there's a Tracer. I should turn around and swing at her. Your Mercy.
I get a hit though.
You do get a hit, but your Mercy also takes half of her health and damage. Here's one thing that I really just don't understand. It's a 5v6 because their soldier went back to spawn and switched to Genji.
What?
I never even noticed that.
Why? I don't know.
Wait.
Yep.
I never even noticed.
If we would have known that somebody was missing, we could have easily pushed up on that.
Yes.
Why would we think
could
you
have.
would do that though?
But there's no, like, when I saw this, I'm like, wait, what? Because he didn't see your comp yet. He didn't see your comp when he went back. He just went back. Like, this was simply a mistake by them. Okay. And Tracer decides to poke anyway.
I feel like we should have put it.
The way your body is right now.
There's no possible way you guys could have ever expected that to happen, so I'm not going to say, oh, you should have speed boosted in. Because, like, when I saw that, I was like, what the fuck? Alright. You zone the Tracer out a little bit. You get shielded. This is when you need to go in. Because you've zoned the Tracer away. You know she's going to have to go heal. She can't get healed by her healers because you know Mercy's right there, who's in vision of the Zen, who she is healing. So, 2 healers. Tracer, who's low health and has to run away to heal. So, technically, it's a 4v6 right now. But realistically, if Ryan charges in with his Zarya bubble right there, doesn't even have to hit the Winston. It's a 2v2, v1v1. Because the Genji's changing heroes. The Tracer's going to grab that Mega. The Mercy and the Zen are cut off if you charge like this. And then the Winston and the D.Va are alone there. When you do that,
It's gonna be
Reaper, is Reaper here?
No.
he's not.
No, he's.
Dang it!
I'm recording though.
huge for whoever can,
Good.
for whoever can capture the point first.
God, I hate this part.
Defense.
Do a ring around the rosy.
Okay. So I'm gonna talk about the least bad parts of this first, and then I'll say the most bad parts of this. One thing you'll notice is that the thing that the enemy team's really good at is killing your Mercy because you guys are bad at peeling and they're good at diving.
It's gonna be huge for whoever can capture
So,
the point first and help.
When you do what I said, minus the charge, but plus still cutting them off from their team, it's exactly what I said. You know, Mercy, Zen, Winston, D.Va, like they're stuck. And so Winston goes around the side with D.Va, and they're like, hey, there's a Mercy over there.
Following this, but look how split apart.
And then Mercy flies
Like
away.
Split apart.
And oh no, I'll talk about that in a second. And then Mercy, Mercy flies away to stay safe. And then it doesn't matter because Tracer's back and Winston dives on her anyway. Great. Mercy's dead. So, just you wait, my friend.
Oh god.
This is only the beginning. I'm a magician. I keep your eyes here.
Oh shit.
So then your Reinhardt's like, oh, I should probably deal with that as a Reinhardt. There's no one else I could be shielding right now. Well, actually, I'll talk about that in a second. So you turn around and you start dealing with the Winston. And I just want you to watch the health bar, okay? Just watch it. So, like, full health, and your Mercy's like, oh no, Mercy's dead. And then, like,
Better
you
yet,
start walking
watch
out.
enemy Tracer's alt charge.
Yeah, that too. Oh, you can watch here, you can watch here, you can watch here. Any of these things work. And so you're like, oh man, like I'm getting hit a little bit. I better continue moving forward into the enemy shield and start swinging some faster, more somehow. And then this is the best part. The Tracer's like, oh, there's a Reinhardt in front of me, swinging at my Winston.
Themselves, they're getting big, foolish.
Oh,
and
back up
then
a little
you
bit.
die.
Back up a little bit.
Oh no, I'll go back. Oh, don't you worry, I'll go back. Okay, so you feed right there, big boy time.
He
And
is
then
the
let's go
feeder.
back.
Call him the feeder.
Big boy time their feet. It's like you only gave like it's okay because you didn't give one of them 30% all charge. You gave each of them
All
like
of them.
15. You know, it's funny how that works. Okay, so here's my favorite part of it all.
This fight is gonna be huge.
Is Lucio is not the one that's here, right?
No, I am.
No.
Lucius here?
Yeah, it's
Mercy.
Mercy.
Lucio, I swear to God.
Okay. Okay, Lucio. In a word, tell me your mentality behind Lucio. Seems about right.
Say peel. Say peel.
You are a very wall ride happy,
Okay.
aggressive Lucio.
So it's like,
Yeah.
oh, like we're moving forward. This is good. Moving forward, you're speed boosting your team a little bit, and then you're like, hey, I see a Mercy over there. Let me use this speed boost and push all the way in. So it works,
Now play the defense.
not because you don't do anything.
Yeah.
And then you run up the stairs.
Oh, I would have hit her with that mine. She didn't.
I want you to
I would've
face
hit
a
her
good
with that mine,
McCree.
Kenta.
That's
And
what I
then-
want.
no,
I want
and then-
you to face a good McCree.
Here's
and
my
your
favorite
habits
part.
will get fixed.
Here's my favorite part. Reaper. He's not here. But he meets the Lucio and says, no, Lucio, let's go back. And then instead of standing maybe wherever he was 3 seconds ago, like on the stairway, say, where the Winston's about to dive onto his Mercy, you know, just saying, he instead speed boosts into the enemy backline with the Lucio. Gets the Zen. Never mind. It was Junkrat. So Junkrat gets the Zen, and Lucio and Reaper are in the back line as they dive the Mercy. So like, oh, there's just so many things. Like Junkrat could have turned around, Reaper could have not done that. Yeah.
But Mercy was just completely out in the open,
Yeah.
like without anything to help.
Oh
her.
yeah, that too. She's just like, and your Mercy and like their like your Mercy was like protected, but like only because your Mercy was like trying to like literally hide behind you. And then their Mercy's just like, oh yeah, whatever. Oh, it's going
She's
for
like
me.
2 feet from me. What the heck?
All right, Zarya. Okay, so this is when things like kind of start to turn back in your favor, which is good. Reinhardt big ol' feeds. Zarya's like, oh man, that's a 1 health Winston that I'm hungry for. Greedy, by the way, all just big ol' greed, big ol' fat greed right there. Then Diva's like, oh look, Diva, Genji, Tracer, all like, tasty old charge.
Resurrect's available, but help the miner.
And then Zarya blows herself up, which, like, I'm not yelling at Zarya, like, that's honestly what you should do there, because that means that you're right-clicking before you die, which is good, so props. Zarya made myself here, so.
Boostus, what's your number 8 cause of death?
Me. I blow myself up more than 17 other heroes or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, actually, you die, unsurprisingly. But then Junkrat, I hate this so much. So
God.
everyone on your team is dead, pretty much, except for Junkrat.
No, it's a
And
3v3 right now.
And
It's a
Frog
3v3.
Boy.
Yeah, it's a 3v3, but it really just shouldn't be. Like, this is just their team taking an L every day. Like, they have Genji and Tracer. This either Junkrat or Lucio should not even be able to breathe on the point without dying, right?
Yeah.
But then Tracer's like, oh, let me dump my entire clip into Junkrat, dump a second clip into Junkrat, and then go for Lucio instead. And then Genji's like, what's that? You just dumped 2 clips into Junkrat? Too bad. Let me keep going for Lucio. And then Genji dashes, misses his dash, misses the melee after the dash, misses a right click, hits a melee, misses. Oh, I guess he hit that. That's my bad.
CO.
Missed
Gets
his a right
attacked.
click.
Also, shout out to him flicking to the right after
Oh, yeah.
every click.
So slippery is that loose.
And then he's like, you know what? Never mind.
I killed the diva. They could have killed me so much.
Okay,
So-
okay. Watch after the boop. Watch Genji's camera. He just stares at the floor for like a
Yeah, okay.
solid
And watch Lucio's health too. So like they focus the Junkrat. By the way, they should have just killed Junkrat. Like I hate to say it, like he was already like half, and like this is just a big old mistakes from them. Like, oh, let's go for the Lucio who can speed boost and heal himself. It's not like there's a Junkrat who can kill literally all of us apparently, because we're awful. Gets the D.Va out of mech, continues to kill the D.Va, and then like the Tracer, and then like the Genji. Just saying. God, I hate
Wait,
it.
I killed the Tracer and Genji too?
I don't know. You kill so many people. They feed you. They have like 6 IVs into your arm. Like, okay, watch the Lucio's health. Literally 50 health when the Genji dashes.
Oh.
He misses, heals, melees him back down to like, that's about 30. So he gets to 60, melees him to 30.
That's just
Hits him back down to maybe 5.
It's like
Just
15. Right?
see.
And then he just gets the health back. And then Genji's like, I can keep doing this. Genji or Lucio's already healed to what is that? 1, 2, 3, 105, 110.
Oh, coming
Gets him down to like 30,
away from the point, and so slippery is.
and then says, "Never mind." Oh my god!
Okay.
Watch
He
his
got
camera.
scared. He got scared. You see?
Oh yeah, and then he's like, "Oh man, I got booped." Alright. You kill the diva. Somehow. I shouldn't even say somehow. I actually watched what happened there.
That's just.
And it was just depressing. That was the diva right there trying to 1v1 you. Before she got deleted. If you watch her health bar, it's real fun. It's just real fun to watch. It's real fun because it's like, oh, I got hit.
God.
Better keep fighting. And then I love how the cast was like, so slippery is that Lucian? No. No.
Such an easy candy
Kento's
snack.
god. Kento's is a god.
I hate this. Okay. God, I hate this so much. I know what happens. Alright, you guys all regroup because they cannot deal damage. Even though the only people on their team was the DPS. Just saying. Like, I guess, like, oh, but they didn't have any tank to create space. They had a diva, she just fed. Okay. So Genji's like, I got it. I'll dash. So he dashes into the Reinhardt, who, by the way, turns around. Big mistake. You take a lot of punish for that, just by turning around for that kid. Or actually, I guess it was for the Tracer bomb. Either way, like, that was a big ol'
That
miss.
chair, 10 out of 10.
Oh yeah, she got that chair. And then, like, you just, like, turn around as Junkrat, and you're like, oh, hey, how's it going? So
Oh,
that's-
wait. First fight, there was still something we missed.
Wait, what did we miss?
What the Junkrat was doing when they split off the tanks.
Yeah, you were just, like, spamming at the Zen.
You didn't even
instead
turn
of-
around.
You could have
did not
turned around
acknowledge
too.
the
Like,
presence of two
here's the
people
thing,
behind
you didn't even need to turn around. You just needed to, like, adjust your crosshair by like 2 degrees, and somehow a Junkrat bomb would have found it behind you. Like, let's be real here. Like, if you hit the center pillar by accident, you would have saved your mercy. Like, it's just the truth. Okay, Genji goes in, feeds. Good work by the Junkrat for pressing left click. Shout out to Reaper 2 for doing 9 damage so that the Junkrat could one-shot. It's not like he had deflect or anything. And then Winston's like, I know what I'll do. I'll dive into the team. There's not a single person in the enemy team that can kill me. What's that? My diva doesn't even have her mech as I go in. Oh, well. You guys actually do a really bad job of punishing the Winston here, though. Like, they didn't even have mech. You have a Reaper. You have a Junkrat. Like, this shouldn't even be...
Shoot his ugly face.
Yeah, it shouldn't even, like, last a millisecond. Like, he jumps in. You can watch his health up here if you want to. He jumps in, 400, lands, gets to 250, gets to, like, 150, gets to, like, 50. So one of you DPS weren't shooting at him, and my bet is on Reaper.
There's also
Because-
a little bit of allergy to the bubble here. When you guys drop a bubble, Like when the enemy team drops a bubble, you guys prefer to change target instead of breaking the bubble.
Yeah, like, and the Winston's really bad with his bubbles too. Like, he'll drop it when like he doesn't need to, and like it'll screw him over if it goes down, and then like you guys are just like, oh well. Yeah, I watched this a couple times, and I think it was Reinhardt swinging once or twice, and Junkrat hitting him once or twice that did most of the damage. So I'm looking at you, Reaper. You probably are flanking somewhere.
Mech on the side.
No, you're focusing him,
On the side.
or trying to. One of the two. Yeah, you kill him. So who knows? Maybe it was the Junkrat. Okay, so you get the Genji because he feeds. You get the Winston because he feeds harder.
So unfortunately, super unfortunate.
And then in a second here, you get the Diva too because she feeds the hardest.
Goes-
She's like, small brain, reset,
Oh, there Kurt was getting.
big brain, contest the point to feed alt charge in my new mech. Biggest brain, go for the Junkrat! She actually gets you this. Joke's on you, I guess.
They had to kill me.
You're looking very strong, Nitro, just a hammer away from the Earth Shatter, and now,
Like, I hate, like, come on! Open your eyes!
and now he has it.
Diva got down to what, like 100 health, and then like the Mercy just switched. Like, do you guys not, like, I know what it is.
I think we're allergic to tanks.
No, you have a, you guys look at your mouse pads. You see that little bar that's preventing you from looking up? You have to move that.
Shields break away.
Okay, so I was gonna say that Shatter wasn't necessary here, but you guys take so long that they respawn, so it kind of is. This is hilarious. I love this fight, and by love it, I mean I absolutely hate it. You Shatter, you hit the Diva, and then the Zarya, the Zarya right clicks the Diva, which knocks her just a little bit up, and then the Reinhardt charges, which launches her into space.
No, I shattered the Zen too, though. The Zen got shattered.
Yeah,
too.
no,
They
and then you
started-
you shatter the Zen, you charge the Zen, and then Mercy res the Zen because it's 2018. Nice one. Sorry, it's just the truth. Let's see, who do I want? So let's watch Lucio first, okay? So Diva Bomb comes out. No, actually, that's you. So Diva Bomb comes out right here. You should be beelining it to that wall. Instead, you go up the stairs, you spin around, you do a 360, you land, and you're like, oh, maybe I should leave. And then you start to make it towards the door, and you're this close. It flicks over to you, and it sees like, man, you're this close. No, you're just dead. But in case you thought like that was like understandable, like it's okay that you died, like whatever. But let's put our attention to the Junkrat.
else misses the pin,
Complete safety,
and Curtly's
and then walks out.
God.
He's like, no, my bombs are better.
I took that one for the team.
And then because the one person who can peel died, and the one person who was next to the Mercy died, guess who dies next?
Mercy.
I don't actually know if Mercy
Genji.
dies next, but I believe it.
The Genji was on her.
Yeah, so Mercy gets a res off on the Zen back here because you charged, and then you're like, oh, maybe I can't charge into three people. 4 really, because the Zen, but like, whatever. I'll let it be 3. And then Genji's like, oh, what's this, a Mercy in the back completely alone?
Junkrat in the process, helpful minor, at least bring you back.
So they're able to get your Mercy there. They get the Rhine. Okay, what did you do right? What did you do wrong? They really just kind of debated themselves that fight. Like, big old debate. They fed the Genji, and they fed the Winston, and then the Diva, and then you guys just weren't able to capitalize off it. Main things is just zero focus on the healers. Like, there was a little bit once this Diva flies in the middle, but like this whole time, like, she's just healing the Winston, you know?
There's no gentleman's agreement. You leave your Mercy unprotected, they'll leave theirs unprotected. That's
That's not how that
that's not a
works.
thing.
Alright, but like the Diva's sitting here, and you're like, oh, let's like shoot at the Diva, not the Mercy, standing on point. And then like your guys are like, oh wait, there's a Mercy there. Let's shoot at the Mercy. And then Diva's like, no, shoot at me instead. And then Mercy goes up there and she's like, oh yeah, they won't shoot at me now. And she gets real low, but like Zarya's not shooting at her, Reaper's not shooting at her, Ryan's not. I guess Ryan can't really do anything, but she's like you guys could sneeze and she might die, you know?
Yeah.
So just like a little bit more focus can go a long way, because if Mercy dies here, then Zen never lives. Or wait, Or does the fight last long enough where she respawns? No. Yeah, if
And
Mercy
also
dies
her
here,
Valk is just about up.
yeah, if Mercy dies here, then Zen
That's correct,
dies
but
as
nobody
well,
else-
or never. I don't know. You
nobody
get what I
else
mean.
misses
And that means they have 0 healers against your 1 healer, which means that you, well, never mind. They have 0 healers against your 0
advantage,
healers
and
because
Kirby's a little
Lucio
surprised
gets
behind
blown up
as
and
the
Mercy gets
self-destruct,
killed.
picking up Ceo and the
Yeah, that was bad.
I had tired too.
Yeah. So imagine, let's change things up a little bit, okay? Mercy, you guys focused Mercy earlier. That gets the diva out of mech, and then she self-destructs right here instead of up in the sky, and none of you die to it because you're not dumb. So then diva's dead, 100%. I'm like, 100% Zen dies because you probably would you have shattered anyway? Maybe, probably.
Not that crazy. I try to get.
All
him
right, fine.
fat,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. So
I
we'll
don't.
say
I don't solo shatter.
we'll say Zen doesn't die.
He
Okay.
doesn't have shatter.
So then you would
do.
have a Lucio, and you would have a Junkrat, and then Reaper died.
And
You
then
wouldn't
since
have
Junkrat would be alive, Mercy wouldn't die there.
well, Lucio as well wouldn't. So then it's 5v4, and you have the better comp, and the
Ultimate's
enemy team
on.
sucks. So,
the Junkrat
you
in the
know.
process, helpful minor.
And you would have had Shatter still. Like, you'd have had Shatter, Junkrat Bomb. You definitely would have gotten Lucio all. Your Mercy definitely would have had Valk. Like, a win.
Helpful minor at least
And then,
seconds
you know, you
forward.
died.
And after all is said and done, Nitro
And then, like, that, by the way, was the point being capped.
is the last one left, gets cleaned up.
Like, it's literally
That's
0-0.
the initial capture here for Zero Burst, and exactly what
Is
they
this
need.
the fight that I think it is, Medic?
I want to say no, but it is, because look at the ults.
Yeah, I'm
Series
looking
allowed
at
here
him.
to unleash on tower.
Is this a failed tire?
Alright, so this is the enemy team's Diva walking up really far and feeding the ult charge that you guys need to throw this next fight.
The Lux will be coming try to
Just making
finalize
sure that
it.
all
They
of you
don't
get your
wanna
ultimate
give the
and
game
say,
to Zero Burst
hey,
if they
shoot
don't
at me,
have
and then
to.
she's like,
They
okay,
have a
never mind,
lot
I'm
of
out.
tools at their disposal. Skuma has
Alright, so they actually get like a lot of damage in the back to you, and I'm assuming that's the Tracer, but it was like a lot, so I think it might have been not the
Tracer's
Tracer.
A
so far
deflect.
off.
I think
Was
it
it? Yeah,
I
that's
think
what I was.
he
It must have
deflected
been
my
a
fire strike.
It's deflected.
It was either deflected
Deflected
fire
bomb?
strike or a Junkrat bomb. Yeah. Let's
a lot
see.
of tools at their disposal.
Junkrat bomb. You can literally, yeah, it's Junkrat bomb.
At their disposal.
And then yeah, that hits Lucio.
Skuma has that rip.
Wow.
Look how far back that
Rip
Tracer
power absorb,
is.
even the-
Yeah, and then okay, so I have so many problems with what just happened. If you were tracking ults right now, you would know Winston is close to his ult. Diva definitely does not have her ult. Tracer definitely does not have her ult. Mercy definitely does not have her ult. Zen probably has his ult, right? So you know, and Genji,
And
of
Genji
course.
has yet to blade, so he has his.
Yeah, he like 110% has his. The only person you'd be questionable about would be Winston and maybe Zen, but like Zen was alive for a long time, so. And so you guys are like, okay, well, this is what I hope you would do, is, wait a second, guys, they have Trans, and Blade, and Winston ult. Maybe we should save Sound Barrier, and try to bait out the Trans, and then grab onto that. That's a great idea.
Even the Death Blossom, so watch for when
Let's
those
break it
So
reports-
then,
those DPS
as you're
are-
pushing in, Junkrat's spamming in the back with all its extra 500 health of Sound Barrier, just really making sure this Tracer can't kill him. And then the Sound Barrier is completely wasted. Like, I hate to say it, watch the enemy health bars. Like, this is when, if you're using a Sound Barrier to go in, you Sound Barrier, you Speed Boost, you have a target, you burst them down. Because you cannot be punished for being out of position when you have 500 extra health. Sometimes. And then, like, alright, so you Sound Barrier here, Diva takes a little bit of tickle, and I think Mercy takes some tickle too. Diva takes maybe 100 damage. Actually, Zen takes like 100 or 150 damage, then he transes. Here's the fun part.
Oh.
We hear the trans and we still grab.
There's more.
Oh,
but wait, there's more.
You hear the
Tire?
trans and you still grab. You think that's it?
My tire
Okay.
keeps flying in.
So I want you to watch. Tell me when this runs
Okay.
out.
Look at
No,
the
no,
current
tell me
amount of
when.
ult.
Yeah, tell me when it runs out on the Reinhardt. Okay.
They're coming from the side. side of Lux.
Now, right? Now, who's gonna care about a sound barrier running out? Does Zen care? No, he's in the middle of a trance. Winston, I guess. Diva, sure. Tracer, a little bit. Mercy, not really. Genji with a blade? So then, once it runs out on all the normal
Also-
people that aren't Reinhardt taking damage, he presses Q, and it's transing. Okay, and then
Also,
Mercy.
Valkyrie.
Yeah. So here's what happens: is you sound. This is a like breakdown. This is the big view of the fight right here. You sound barrier because you want to go in, not remembering that Genji has his blade. That prompts Genji to wait until sound barrier is over, which he does, and then blade, which he does, and then that prompts your Mercy to the instant she hears that. Wait, was it? It was like.
Of Lux.
He would have started.
Oh.
It's like the same time.
Yeah, same time. Anyway, to Genji prompts Genji to blade and Mercy to ult because it just ended. Either way, it would have done the same thing if Mercy would have been like a second later, because then she would have heard the Genji blade and she would have been like, oh, I better ult to keep myself safe, because like that's what Mercies do. Especially in situations where you're planning to do junk grab bomb, right? Ha ha ha. So then you're like, okay, they're transing, I'm grabbing, right? And then it's like, was that? Did someone? Do I hear a graviton? In my map? Everyone press Q!
We used all our ultimates. Yeah.
You literally used 5 ultimates. Thank
ultimates in one
God
fight.
you did not shatter. Because I was like, it was close. Like if Ryan,
I was
if you had your
watching this.
Ryan, if you had your shatter right here, you would have done it.
Fat.
You would have done it.
You would have
Yeah,
done
it would have been. I want you to wait. Literally,
The
watch.
tire is already out.
Yeah,
It's
watch
on
this.
its way.
Well, and the Reaper's ulting. I want you to watch this. Imagine you shatter here, right? I want you to tell me what it changes. What does it change? Because before your hammer touches the ground, they're all dead.
Okay.
Okay, way too many alts. Mercy, you didn't need to Valk. Lucio, you didn't need to sound barrier at the beginning. Yes, you needed to grab. Yes, you needed to tire. That's the easiest combo for you guys to do, and so you should have done it just to begin with, and not.
We just
We should've
literally nuked
communicated
them.
there.
Like we
Yeah.
just fucking nuked
And the Reaper, like, I don't like. At Reaper, if you can hear me, have ears. I'm assuming you guys communicated like, oh, I'm gonna grab, you use your tire, or maybe you said, I'm gonna grab, use your Reaper ult, and then, in which case that's just incorrect because you're grabbing into the middle of a trance. All right, so surprise, surprise, you killed them. Big shocker, right? Only 5 ults.
Who steals the trophy away for best ultimate?
Yeah.
Jesus
Christ.
Yeah, straight.
Alright, this part gets me all. This part just gets me confused. I want to hear what you guys were thinking in a second here. So you're spamming hardcore. You shoot 3 things into a Reinhardt, and the Reinhardt just about dies. But no, I'll just say that was planned. You're trying to give your Mercy some ult charge back, right? Right?
Yeah, I'm her ult battery.
That was not
We've already-
planned.
Yeah.
we've
So like.
already
Planned.
established that I'm her ult battery.
Exactly. So here's my question: is first, I understand that the Zen dies in the back. My question is.
Concussion mine ult charge is balanced.
Oh yeah, also watch, just real quick, just watch the Junkrat ult charge. Like nothing, 11, gets to 12 in a second here. Doesn't get 400 ult charge from hitting his Rhinoton, sadly. 26, 34, okay, yeah, that's spiked. Oh, 58, okay, that's cool. You literally got 60% of your ult charge in maybe 7 or 8 seconds.
And I failed half the shot.
Yeah, okay. Here's my
You
question.
attempted murder on your teammate.
If Zen dies in the back, to your Lucio with an assist by your Mercy, I have so many questions. Was your Mercy damage buffing Lucio?
No, she's healing me. You can see, you know.
Why did you get the kill instead of Junkrat or Reaper? I guess because we're about to see how aggro Reaper gets. Oh my god. Okay, so you guys, this is when you think in your head, oh, they have a Zen, they can't push in. This is an opportunity where we can either fall back and play a little bit passive and keep spamming, or push in and get a little bit greedy. And Zari's like, I want to get greedy. Never mind, I changed my mind. Let's speed boost high ground. What? Who?
We saw 2 people going to the high ground on the top right. You can.
I don't see anyone, and I have wall hacks.
Look at that! Look at there's 2 people there. You can see very light colors.
There's one.
Oh, yeah.
One maybe.
Oh, the diva. Yeah, that exists.
And the Mercy comes down.
Okay.
She was on top.
We didn't know about the
Anyway.
Mercy was hiding
We
from
didn't know
the
about the
spam.
Mercy.
I have a couple things.
We have to
One,
be honest here, Jack.
We thought people were going up there. Okay.
One, they can't push without their Zen. You should know they're not going to push without their Zen, and if they are going to push with their Zen, you should see the Zen come out of spawn and then head high ground, or just come out of there, and then you're like, that's when you say, okay, they're high ground, speed boost high ground. 2, what the fuck are you doing, Reaper? Like, when I say aggressive, I mean like chasing a tracer who's in your back line after you already won the fight. You know, going one after the other, after the other, after the other into a Winston who you can't kill, and then eventually not killing him because he has ultimate and you all died. But then like this is just like, oh, my whole team left a better push.
At the award show.
Like, God, you don't get bursted down. Oh. You get shielded, you wave back, everything's fine. Your Ryan's back in time. And this is when you're like, okay, their Ryan's back. We should get ready soon. The only threat to your shatter is a Winston shield. So all you need to do is debate the Winston shield and then get them to huddle in this doorway, which means don't let their Winston through. Make the Winston put the barrier down in the doorway. Big brain them, you know? Because you have 100% ult charge Zarya, which can kill it in about a millisecond, a Junkrat, and a Reaper. If you can't kill a Winston shield, I'll cry.
But both of those together just make sure that they're able to turn that, and now Nitro.
Oh, this is perfect. Winston just uses leap and his shield in the doorway. This is all you could dream of.
Do I whiff a shatter here?
Nitro even has
Kinda.
Basically.
So then you're like, oh no, they're pushing. I better fall back.
I get booped when
Yeah.
I shatter here.
No.
No.
Wait, is it no? Oh no,
No.
that's not it. That's not it.
And then you guys let the Winston and the Diva through a Junkrat and a Reaper, by the way. Like, one trap right there, and this is donezo, I just want to say. Like, the whole push ends.
There was
If
a
there's
trap there.
What, they break it?
destroyed They destroyed it. I put a trap left at the door. I always do.
The second trap. Okay, and then Ryan's like, oh, this is a good opportunity. I love it,
I
because,
got
like,
both the healers though.
you got both the healers, and then you turn around and you're like, oh, shit. This is what I love. This is like, it's just more of the Q fest. It's like, oh, Reinhardt, do I hear a shatter? Better press Q. And like, I want you to know, you press Q in the hallway behind the Reinhardt, and they're already way past that. Like, you'll see in a second. You die because you're sitting there with your hand on your brain, thinking you're tired into killing the Zenyatta, which you drive in a straight line into the Zenyatta. I'm amazed that it kills him. Anyway, you get the Mercy.
One right click would have done it. Fucking.
You get the Mercy, luckily. It was actually pretty close. And then your Mercy shows up, by the way. Like, what is your Mercy doing in this situation?
Wait,
She's
what?
like, oh, I can save you. And then she's like, oh, never mind.
To turn that fucking tire.
Well, okay, so the tire, literally the path has been like this, and then watch this. Literally just a straight line into this end.
What was Winston trying to do? Was he trying to
I
beat
don't
the
know.
tire?
I have no idea. But you get the Zen, so you've gotten 2 ults for 2 healers.
Clip this. It's your student. Clip this. Send it to him. Ask what he was trying.
I should.
Also,
honestly.
wait, I have a quick question. Are we going to be able to go through the entire, like,
Probably
thing,
not.
by the way?
There is no possible way I can get. Like, I'll tell you, we're an hour in, and we are 6 minutes in. When I'm reviewing an individual's VOD.
Can we, like, speed it up? I want to try and get as much covered as we
Okay,
can,
yeah. I'll
so-
speed it up. I'll just watch
Alright.
important fights now and big mistakes.
Alright.
Okay, this is actually a pretty big mistake.
I already want to do this more often.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you guys, Genji Blade's here, and it's like, oh shit, we have nothing to stop the Genji because all of our tanks are dead. You actually end up surviving, which I hate.
This Genji should have killed everyone, and I'm furious.
This Genji pretty much did kill everyone, and you guys just like showed back up, and you're like, oh, you guys are bad at killing us. Somehow. It's not like the only people alive. Their DPS are bad because they have no damage. Both of the times it's been their DPS alive.
I think as individuals, their DPS are actually really good, but
Their DPS might be okay in solo queue plat.
Their DPS are a duo queue that do not know how to play with the other 4 members of their team.
Tracer is always in your spawn.
And their Winston is a
And
solo
Genji
queue.
still
I know this
doesn't
for a
understand
fact.
what his right click does.
I know this for a fact because I've coached them. Their Winston is a solo queue who only plays by himself. The Diva is a solo queue who tries to follow the Winston but never does it correctly. And then the Mercy just does her best. And then the off healer just like does whatever. I don't even know.
Dies to spam in areas that are clearly visible. He's always dead. I hate
He's
it.
good. He's good at hitting people. He's just really bad at not getting hit. He's
Make
like,
this
oh, I
man
can
play
fight that.
Cuphead. This man needs to play Cuphead. That's it.
Oh God, I've tried playing Cuphead. It's the grind.
He needs to learn to dodge.
All right, let me. Okay, this right here, because this is the
Dodge
start
red
of fight.
shooting judge.
So you guys are choosing to execute onto them before they can execute onto you because is it 91% or is it it's okay
91.
good. This is a really good call. It's really great positioning. Lucio's in the front, Junkrat's in the back, Mercy's in the back, Reaper. I don't really like that you're kind of going on the flank route. It's no big deal though. You just won't get speed boosted, and it's just gonna waste like a second. That's it. You have Shatter, you have Grab, you have Reaper ult. Use them. And you guys do a pretty okay job at that.
There's enough time you could just throw the grab in the door.
Literally, you can throw the grab in the door. It'll take a second to get there, and then it'll last 4 seconds, and then it'll take them 3 seconds to get to the point. You do the math. That's 8%. Okay, so you guys push in here. I do not like that no ults have been used yet. Like, use an ult to get a kill to 5v6. It is the last fight. The fact that Winston is still alive is another issue. Like, your speed boost, like 100 charges Arya, Reinhardt, Reaper, Junkrat. Like, I'm looking at his health, he still hasn't been hit.
Also, shout out to him just spraying on the wall while you guys are
And
marching.
then he takes half of his damage because you guys are actually like, oh, let's shoot at him. Like, you guys could have killed him 1.5 times by now. And then, like, you continue and he takes 0 damage. And
Go
then
back
they
a
get trans
second.
off.
Go
Going
back a second.
Graviton. You see the Graviton go out at the transing Zen.
Little more.
No!
Who is Lucio bullying in a corner?
Zen.
That's Zen.
Oh, that's Zen. Yeah.
Zarya, get him!
All of you get him. Are you kidding?
He transes right away though. I think he would trans right away.
Transes right
Either
away.
way.
He does not trans right away. Do you see the health of this Zenyatta right now when he's
He
pressing
almost
Q?
died. He almost died.
If you had turned left
Reaper,
and followed
could have-
your Lucio's gaze.
Dead the boo
he is a
emote
dead
where you
man.
go like boo or whatever, you know? Like if you did that anywhere on the map, the Zen would have died. Like you could be falling off of the edge and do it and he would have died. Big mistake there. Definitely focus the Zen there. I was saying focus Winston. That's because I didn't know the Zen existed. He gets trans off. He saves himself. He saves the Winston. Genji will then probably blade. Okay, you shouldn't do this since you don't have Junkrat Tire yet. It's good because you're trying to get them off the point, but they are already on the point, so you just wasted it.
Back in, can they trigger overtime? Yes, it is Foolish who is there.
You saw the Zen? And what are you doing? What are you doing?
Wait, what is Zorg doing? What?
You have ult. What are you fighting someone?
But they are so spread.
No, he's
He's standing there!
He's teleporting. God knows
What
where.
the
You're
Right back in, can they trigger
Wait.
overtime? Yes, it is Foolish who is there.
Oh, and he's he's lagging. I think he
Yeah.
Oh, is this when he lags
Did he
out?
I think
DCs?
this is where
when
he
he
DCs.
DCs. This is when he DCs, and we actually lose this fight because of
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
No, it was not because of that. You just wasted Graviton and couldn't kill a Zen. It was
No,
not
but
because of the
I'm
Reaper.
saying that he had his ult though on deck though.
Would have
He
been
was
important.
there to position for the shatter. You see that? He's right there. He could have been ready for the shatter. You see
Yeah,
that?
no, yeah, because then he would have killed the Zen too.
He
Because
would've
watch
ki-
the.
yeah.
Can they
What the
trigger
fuck?
overtime?
Yeah, because like he ends like Zarya, you see him do that by the way. Like you just follow him real quick over there. Coincidentally, you actually would have been able to shield the Reaper as well as he lagged out, which wouldn't have done anything because he lagged out.
I
But
was
like,
gonna say he was lagged out since we pushed in before the Zen even trans.
oh, that's actually hilarious. That's actually So funny. Anyway, but you still should have followed the Zen there because you are about 300 energy and you can sneeze on the Zen and he'll die. You can definitely do like you can definitely do a little bit of flank in situations like this. Like everyone's focusing here. You're thinking, oh, I shouldn't do that because like I have full energy. I'm a big target. I have Discord on me. I have no personal barrier. But like they're all in the fight. Like they don't give a shit about you. Like I hate to say it. And if they do, like you have a team ready to like melt anyone who tries to focus you.
If they do, then that's better than they've played the rest of the game.
You're focusing Diva now. You God, it's so much damage. All right, you're able to kill the Mercy. You're able to kill the thing. Why do you lose this fight? Is the question. It's because Reaper dies. But honestly, like, wouldn't have been that big. Like, you killed everyone in the Shatter except for the Diva. But Zen is not dead. Look who's alive on their team. The
Zorg
2
left
DPS.
the game.
Wah, 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 wah. Oh, this is where they pause for super long. Oh god, if they pause during a fight.
It's because of the DC.
Yeah, but still, shouldn't be during a fight.
Okay, the Genji Blades.
I think it was after.
Right here.
It was right here.
here.
Yep.
That was good.
Oh
Okay,
no.
you guys listen. Listen though, you lose this fight simply because you aren't able to focus the right targets. It takes you too long. Like you aren't able to focus the Zen in the beginning, and then it takes you just you shatter the Mercy, which really helps, and you are able to kill her. But like, just watch like who you're getting killed by. Like, I guess Genji killing Reaper doesn't really count. But, like Winston's in your backline. He just 1v1'd your Junkrat because you weren't paying attention. Tracer's right behind your Reinhardt shooting at him because Zarya's looking at your Winston. I don't even know who you're looking at. Somewhere. Where's your Mercy? Actually, I know where your Mercy is. Standing in front of the enemy Zen. Discorded.
That came back. We could have killed him.
Yeah. You could have.
Keep an eye on this huge earth shatter. The pulse bomb going
Yeah,
in.
big
It is Trace.
wakey big mistakeys. And like you start healing Ryan, and then they're like, oh, let's actually kill the Mercy, something that you guys should have done sooner. And then like once Mercy's dead, like Ryan's 100% going to die. 3, 2, 1, dead. Like look how long it takes them to kill you. By the way, like this is not a good team. You guys can beat teams like this easy. You just gotta like not be dumb. And like Zarya's like, oh, I have 100% energy. I can do a 1v6, and like, no, you can't. I'm gonna just skip ahead to like even a new map, just so we can get a change of pace here.
Oh God, no.
Not
The
this map.
skim on Genji, no.
Guma's relatively new to Genji, by the way.
I'm trying to learn him.
You've had
All
Genji
the, all the
on
criticism will be needed.
Okay, I have
It's
a
just
lot
gonna
of
be
it.
hard to. It's gonna be hard to hear it.
Okay, I'm just gonna watch how this. So you guys are attacking. They are on defense. They have Widow. Oh dear God, what the heck just happened? All right, you guys are resetting. All right, so you lost the fight.
Should be able to dive.
Hello?
These last two squishy players
Did you even lose the fight?
to dive. These last two squishy players, but here.
You're still down, Genji. All right, so Genji was feeding there. That's Skuma's fault for being dead. Because you guys were all reset, and he was just kind of like feeding, going for the thing. Yeah, is this accurate?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just tell him to imagine Genji as Tracer, but projectile. Big brain him, you know?
But here comes the reinforcements here for Lux.
Yeah, last minute, just keeping.
No, don't do that, because then that's something that Tracer would do. Imagine it's Tracer, but worse. Okay, so what the fuck is going on in this fight? Skuma dies early. Where's the Winston?
There's a good bit of this map that we haven't
Alright, I'll
gone
see you
over,
around,
by
bye.
the way.
I know, but I'm just trying to get a nice original fight going. Okay, what the fuck?
I'm just gonna ask right now, can you guys hear him?
Me?
My cat is meowing.
Every once in a while, the cat, I'll hear like a when you mute your mic or something.
I haven't heard a cat.
I haven't either.
But you guys
Okay.
have heard that, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, I don't even understand what's happening in this fight. Like, I hate to say it.
Oh, they were down 2. Zero Burst was down 2, and then we killed the Winston, so down we trade the Winston and the Genji. So they were down 3.
So you just
then they
decided
get
to
back.
push in.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're down
They
3.
just respawned. The Genji and the Sombra just respawned.
No one is
Shout
shooting
out
at the
to
Mercy.
these comps.
By the way, how did I
Nobody
get my
is shooting
mech
at
back? I don't know how I didn't get my mech there.
No one literally Mercy is standing behind D.Va right now healing her. Winston is shocking the D.Va.
Yeah, last
Lucio is
minute,
just
keeping
like, watch this. Like, just focus the Mercy,
Kurtzman
y'all.
being able to go into the point, and now they are so close, only
Did I
3
get
minutes
hacked?
away, but Allen
Yeah, I
is
did.
hanging around
Yeah.
the point.
There's a Mercy up there who
Very
now
sneaky,
Skuma's fighting, I guess,
visible,
or at last.
stalling
I don't
it,
even
and the
know.
rest of the team
Someone's
lost while
fighting.
trying to get kills. Meanwhile, they thought they could push it, and now they finally do.
I was
0.5
gonna say, if you
seconds,
cap
or
that, oh my
0.5
god.
meters. Oh no, they're gonna continue the stall. Kurt gets back into the mech.
Oh, this should be able to sustain the rest
With
of this
that
fight.
Sombra pack, oh
Omna is
god.
still here providing
What is
all
going
sorts of
on?
Offense, and Corey finally
All right.
joins the fight to sustain.
What is going on? Double support ult, not great. For example, like the 10 seconds that Mercy's trying to heal is just doing nothing. So that's just like not great. I'm just trying to get like a gauge on everything here. Tracer,
We're
Genji,
just not
It
killing
looks like I'm
fast
trying to
enough.
fight
Like,
a
that's
two-armed
literally it.
shooting
We're
at our
just not
Valk
killing
Mercy,
fast
which is
enough.
pointless.
EMP comes out by them.
The defense, Allen finally earns himself the EMP, putting the brakes here into this offense. Can they keep this
Focus the Mercy.
going? There's a Dragon Blade here from, I believe,
Just
the
focus the
side
Mercy.
of Atlas.
Like, this would win you this fight.
What is he able to do?
Like, either
Putting
focus the
brakes
Mercy
here
or
into this the defense.
punish someone for overextending. So this Tracer's a little bit tough to punish for overextending, so maybe not her, but like D.Va standing half health at the top of the payload. That's a punish. Mercy floating above the Winston
The EMP.
at not full health. That's a punish.
Putting the brakes here into this
That's a
offense. Can
paddling.
they keep this
And
going?
then they
There's a Dragon Blade here
EMP,
from, I
they
believe, the
blade,
side of Atlas.
Yeah, that's what
they D.Va bomb.
goes right in. He's able to take out the
Or
Lucio, but
something.
The rest of the team is not around to
What the fuck is going? Dude, watch this. Watch the enemy D.Va's ult charge.
Blade here
Ready?
from, I believe, the side
99
of
gets
Atlas.
it. I guess, okay, gets knocked out of mech or uses it. 1, 14, 11,
Yeah, he goes right
1,
in. He's able to take out
3. Like,
take out the Lucio, but
Oh,
the
she
rest
presses
of the
One.
Q.
team
So she
not
throws the
around
bomb
to support, and the
purposefully,
self-destruct
and
will
then gets
push
it back
everyone
while
off,
she's
but
using
still
her,
0.25
while she's
meters
shooting.
away. There's still
Like she
stall
gets
here
the like the
around
bomb
support,
detonates
and
and then she gets it
self-destruct will be
back.
pushing everyone off, but it's still out the Lucio, but the rest
oh,
of the team
I
is
see.
not
Okay,
around to
I'm dumb. No, it's oh whatever. I don't care. Yeah, they're just okay.
around to support, and the self-destruct will be pushing everyone off, but it's still
This is just a
0.25
wacky
meters
fight
away.
because
There's
the
still
stream
stall
is
here,
running
but
at
here
like
comes
maybe
the
20
Dragon Blade.
FPS. Like there's not a third person.
Finds Foolish, who's on the back line, so now surely they can push and finally get point A.
Oh,
You're shooting at
Houston's
D.Va?
best of ultimates is going down on this
Shoot at
final
Mercy.
point. We are now in overtime. Where Luck's at a huge
Hey, guys.
disadvantage, but
Hello.
Nitro.
Wait, which one's who's this?
Omna, our Mercy.
The Mercy's
I'm
here.
here. Okay, what are you
We're
guys
here to yell at
watching?
you.
I just finished a meeting, so I can hop in now.
Look at the PM and Lux General.
Very important kill onto
Okay,
Now
so
tanks down here.
that was a weird fight. I don't have too much to say about it just because I really just don't understand what was going on, but you guys had like no focus. Like I know that. Like D.Va and Tracer were fighting a Sombra who was sitting on her health pack there. Winston at one point was like sitting on top of the cart on top of a Winston and a D.Va and a Mercy healing them both, and like your Mercy was like off in the back with the Lucy. It was
Tanks down here
get
for
some
the
focus.
defense. Corey gets caught out as the Mercy.
Were you trying to stall the Mercy right then?
Yeah, we were attempting to.
You know she just used her Valk.
And no ult staggered here into
And that you gave her
now
10% of
tanks
her
down
ult
here for
charge.
the defense. Corey gets caught out as the Mercy and staggered
Just
here
saying.
into the next fight. We're
Fair.
moving to the middle phase here of Route 66, and no ultimates on the board because everybody threw everything
Yeah.
but the kitchen sink just to get
All right,
that last
you guys are
couple
gonna be holding really aggro here. Oh, you're so aggressive, D.Va.
Yeah, in the kitchen sink, that'll be ready for zero burst because they didn't throw it yet.
All right, yeah, you guys can hold.
That-
So you can't hold in the doorway because you'll die instantly. But you can definitely wait for someone to come out, and let's see if you actually do that right. Okay, so this is actually really good by the enemy team. Having the Tracer just contest the Lucio here. Anything you're doing at the front doesn't matter. Does not matter that you killed the Genji. Unless your Lucio feels like 1v1ing this Tracer and
We
wins.
haven't seen
Oh
a
my
lot of,
god, don't
really
do
good
it.
false bombs, though. Both Tracers still finding the right sticks, but maybe both teams taking their dancing class.
Well, this is just the Tracer being bad. Like, that is the furthest health back you could have gone to.
And she was 110 HP is not even
And she
like...
had rewind. Like, she could have gone to the Mega, like, next to the cart, to the left of it, and, like, stayed contesting. She could have gone to the Mega inside of the gas
Hey,
station.
Kentos is a scary fucking Lucio, man. What can I say?
That's
She's
still
like,
a stretch.
she noped her way out of that fight.
Okay, so you kill the Genji. The Mercy reses the Genji. Because, so, you actually went really far for the Genji. You went in to get the Genji. You should wait until X walks out, because they have movement. 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 Has less movement. Mercy will fly once to someone, and then you can melt her, you know? Genji can dash away and deflect, climb walls. Moira has fucking ghost form. Like, she's just gone. Tracer, good luck diving on her. Diva has 600 HP and most of its armor, or not most of it, a huge amount of its armor, and it's dumb. Winston's Winston, and then Mercy is the most vulnerable and the most highest impact, and the highest impact that you can dive in on. So what happens here, I'm assuming, because it decided to watch a Tracer who was in the old point, is you go in on the Genji, kill the Genji, Mercy reses the Genji, Winston pushes out as the Mercy's resing the Genji to get the Mercy some space, and then that forces you guys back, and then you guys attempt to push back in with Diva Bomb and now Winston, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Diva's gonna die because you're standing in the middle of the open getting shocked by Winston. Winston's gonna die because you are trying to 1v something a Diva. 3.
So just trying to hold in that defense.
I hope you get back to point. Yeah, now they're just going to push back onto the point. Okay, what did you guys do wrong there? You went in to take a fight. You should have waited, because time was on your side. You were pushing the payload. You should have waited for them to come out and then dived them, killed the Mercy, and played from there. Once the Mercy's dead, you can win the fight. Once the Genji's dead, Mercy reses the Genji, and then they push back out onto you. You know?
Yeah.
Flooding back onto the point.
Alright, this is big. Moira's going for the Mercy. Diva's going... Is Diva going for the Mercy? I can't even tell. Genji's going for the Mercy. Foolish is going for your...
But look at this Valkyrie here from the
I
side
hate
of
this
Lux.
Tracer.
Able to get a couple of directs in, sustain healing, but Kerr with a huge self-destruct finds Zorg onto the Widow, gets brought back there.
This is like watching OWL
Valkyrie,
and
as
then
I
like
mentioned, but
actually tabbing into OWL and you notice that you were watching like the wrong stream and this was like some like plat stream or something. I don't know. This Tracer makes me so mad. Like he just doesn't play it right. Oh my god, tell me to not just press Q.
They stick the Diva?
I'm watching an ad right now.
I didn't even know Mayhem had ads.
Yeah, it has ads popping
Ad
up.
blocker, dude.
Yeah, ad blockers 2018. What the fuck?
No, fuck that.
Yeah, he supports his ads.
I do.
What is
That one was
okay.
actually pretty sweet.
What was it?
Greatness.
That's it? Just greatness?
Just
It
greatness.
was Overwatch, dude.
There's an
You
ad
take
for
off that ad
greatness.
blocker and you can watch them with me.
Done, dude. No. Hell no.
If it should have been used at that moment, they're just worried about making sure that they can sustain this because there's only 50 seconds left to go. Lux need to win this out and get it around the point,
I'm
and
just
this might be
watching
the
this.
answer. Skooma goes in with Dragon Blade.
Alright, so you guys kind of recollect yourselves here. Pretty effectively, too. You sound barrier, which was
Not a
almost...
mayhem ad.
Yeah, I heard that.
I'm sorry. I unmuted in the wrong order. I have like 3
They
mutes.
had the sound barrier health.
I don't think it's a mayhem ad. I think it's because of what Twitch is doing to stop ad block. They're just injecting meds.
Me.
Health, so I mean, it wasn't like the
Okay,
Winston's gonna take it out
Oh, I thought Zorg wasn't gonna die.
Yeah, okay. So you guys recollect. Winston goes in here and really kind of spreads you guys out, like everyone's split. But you guys recollect pretty well here. Like, take notes on what you did here. Like, you guys keep contesting the payload, which probably isn't even necessary. And then Winston, literally, it's as easy as leaping up into the air, and then when you land, people go in. So you leap up into the air, you land. Lucio's on the payload. Genji's with you on the Winston. Winston gets melted. Why is that significant for you guys? Go, Jingles. Why is Winston the best target to get here?
Right then?
Yes. I would argue better than Mercy.
He was splitting our team apart, so I guess knocking him out of the fight would matter.
All he's doing for his team is staying alive. His goal is to stay alive touching that payload so that they can create space. Genji is sitting up on the high ground or somewhere, doing damage to you guys, building all charge. Tracer's jumping around the back line, and it doesn't matter because no one's focusing the Genji and the Tracer when there's a Winston. And that's the Winston's job. He wants to create the space. And so once the Winston dies, and the D.Va tries to save him too, they have no space. So now D.Va's gonna die, unless she just fucking flies away.
Oh, huge Dragon Blade, but no.
Did the caster just say huge Dragon Blade? Like, are we watching the same video? Like, I hate to say it. Did he was chopping his own Winston, like.
Oh, huge Dragon Blade, but nobody home.
It's okay, Scuba.
Nobody home.
Nonetheless, this payload will finally.
Okay, you're able to get the Moira, which is really big. Now you're just pushing the payload. Tracer cannot touch the payload. Watch this. D.Va tries to touch the payload. Watch the D.Va's health. Half. Out of mech. Alts. Why would they ult with half health? Whatever. Back in mech. 3, 2, any second now. And back. Well, maybe not. Who knows? Alright, you guys could have a little bit better focus here. Winston gets back. Because you guys take a long time.
I need a jump more.
Yeah. And use your abilities more. No one's focusing Mercy. Or one person's focusing Mercy and not the Genji. Widow, it's Widow. Yeah, you hit the Winston too, maybe? Whoever's on this roof. Yeah, Widow and D.Va. Mercy flew in here to help out the Genji, and then you hit the Mercy, and then I guess D.Va shot at the Mercy a little bit. Follow through with that kill. She is Valken. You'd win the fight if you kill her. Genji's gonna Blade, gonna be going for the Mercy. Peel, 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 peel. You have Dash. No, you don't. Never mind. Wait, when did you use Dash?
To get over there.
It should have been a climb to get up there, I think, yeah.
Yeah, why Dash when you can go?
Yeah, he's getting
like,
used to Genji still. Like,
yeah, you know, I'm just calling you out.
And then try to fight the Dragon Blade.
Ooh, yeah, don't fight that. Really good by the D.Va there. Really good by the D.Va. You guys have great teamwork. Like, one person's getting hit at, you peel for it. That was awesome. That was awesome. And now Mercy's getting shot at. Okay, so you're... This is good. You guys are cleaning up kills. Maybe not together, like D.Va goes for the D.Va, and they just kind of pop off. Where's your Winston? That's what I care about.
he's on point.
I was on point.
Who are you attacking? You were...
The other
You're
Winston.
creating... Alright, you're creating space by zoning their Winston, but that doesn't matter because no one, like, you guys can't push the payload anyway. Like, if their Winston gets off the payload, then that's the opportunity where you can push it on and force him back on. But he's being forced on the payload right now anyway, so you can take this opportunity to kill the Genji and the D.Va. You know?
Yeah.
And it's literally as simple as just turning around. You don't even have to, like, leap off to some distant place. You can just turn around. But he's being forced to be on the payload. I guess Moira's bigger now. I didn't see her. But yeah, that's what you should go for. When he goes away, you should just be for the Moira, 100%. Not for the Winston. Alright, nice, nice, nice. Do you know about the... Alright, so you know about the Genji in there. You're gonna die to him. You're gonna... Okay, never mind. Okay. They're just... Every single time, it's the Genji and the Tracer who are still alive at the end of the fight. Every single time. And that might be like the way that they play or the way that you guys play, but it's every single time. Like,
and is that a bad thing or
neither? It's just kind of a thing, you know?
If they come back and make a play, it's not good.
Yeah, like, it's not exactly like everyone has the ups and downs for being the last. Like, it's either going to be the DPS alive or the tanks alive or the healers alive. The tanks have the highest chance to survive until the next fight, and then you guys are screwed because you try to overcommit and kill them. The healers means that they've been healing the whole time and they have a ton of ult charge and they can, you know. And then the DPS have the highest chance of making a play. So it's just, it's a trade-off, you know. Ideally, none of them survive.
interesting switch from Alan.
And instead of having D.Va and Winston push up all the way here, you maybe just send a Winston like onto the roof or something to help. But then it's the same thing as like chasing that Tracer in the back line, you know? It's a trade-off.
He was trying to make room for the rest of his team, but here comes the Dragon Blade.
Okay, this is
On the point, the defense has still been
Their mercies.
double ult again.
contesting.
Supports
He
need
was
to
trying
talk.
make room for the
Winston's going for Mercy. D.Va's going for your own Winston. Genji's going for the Genji. Their Winston's going for Lucio?
Oh,
Lucio.
Yeah, Lucio. Yeah.
Look at that Mercy's health.
You're low, super low. Because Winston's been on him. I guess no, that's who Diva's going for. She was shooting at the Mercy as she was flying past. She get rezzed?
Yeah.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, her and Lucio. Wow, that's kind of depressing. This Genji killed. Wow. D.Va killed Lucio. Genji killed Widowmaker, the D.Va mech,
and the Nitro has been
D.Va.
stalling
and the
there whole
Moira.
time,
That
but
was
meanwhile-
good, Skooma. You're
Yeah,
popping.
meanwhile, on the point,
The other team sucks. And Skooma's
They
a god.
had to, because I suck at Genji.
point, the
Okay,
defense
but
is-
just focus the Mercy now. Like
defense
it's
is
that
still
big. You
been
blading
contested.
against
He
the
was
other
trying to make
Genji, it's
room-
like, wow, you just got 3 kills, you're so good. And then like
trying
you
to
pop
make
blade
room for
against
the rest
another
of his
Genji
team,
that's
but
being
here
healed. It's like,
comes-
wow.
but here comes the Dragon
Okay.
Blade out.
Oh, you missed too. I'll just say I didn't see that.
Out from Skooma, he'll be going right into the tunnel, but coming back out and gets the kills onto at
No,
last.
he
and
gets
will
the
be claiming
Genji.
point out.
Again,
Not
he jumped.
not
He
intentionally.
jumped into me.
Are you kidding me?
Carpet for their entrance into point C
Luck is on my side.
towards point.
Planned. That was planned. Absolutely. Oh, they're counter widowing. Easiest game of your life. Just have D.Va DM you and you win the fight every time. It takes maybe 3 seconds. And
Even
you,
then, Zorg almost always outwidows them. Like,
I don't care.
Always.
Like,
No,
let me
Well,
just say,
I need to learn how
only-
to kill widows.
it's not about well, you do have the advantage here because you're on attack, but you're in a situation where they only need to kill you once, and you're gonna have to kill them again and again and again, which is kind of the opposite on defense. It's because you have control of the payload right now. You know, whoever has control needs to not die multiple times. So if they kill you once, it's a 5v6. They go and they take the payload. If you kill them 4 times, they're gonna have a 5th chance to go in. You know.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, flip it on its head. Your defense, you have control of the payload. They kill you once, they go in as 5v6. You have to kill them again and again and again and again.
The ultimate advantage currently, Alan.
All right, what the heck are you guys doing? If there's a single ult charge that you are wasting here, I'm going to scream. 55 is pretty high.
Yeah, but tank ults.
It's 45.
D.Va Bomb's really... There's one setup that I don't know the setup for, but I know where it lands, so I'll just give it to you anyway. Route 66, 3rd point, where you toss it right from here over here, and it hits behind this. Oh, that's green. You can't see that, can you? Hits behind that, hits behind that, hits behind that, hits people that are just barely on this. Yeah, it's good. And then it zones out that whole area, forces people either into here or up there. And then what you can pair it with is you push in through here with the D.Va Bomb, and then have some people go up here, melt those people, and then these people are stuck. And then, you know, you just assume cards like here.
Unless you hit the moving platforms with your bomb and then you sit there and cry.
How effective he can be with that.
Don't hit the move. Oh god, it's so sad. I hit the moving platforms with the graviton once, and to be honest, it was a fat grab, like 5 people, but like no one could hit it because my team are bots. Alright, they are sitting high ground. This is when you say they are sitting high ground, and you're like, okay, maybe as Zarya I need to be here or here instead of here. God damn it. Go to the left. If they're high ground, Zarya is one of the worst heroes.
Did you crouch and dodge that? Or was that a jump?
Always in the face here of Lux, and exactly why Nitro wants to switch to something.
That was at the Reinhardt shield.
To something like a Reinhardt.
Oh, that was at your enemy, or that was at Zorg.
Reinhardt to try and
But
keep those
Reinhardt's
players
just
away,
too cool.
Keep the shield up for the long distance damage that could be coming in.
Hello?
Watch this 3K.
Who do they do it for? Genji? Who shot the Genji?
I might have.
Up for the long distance damage.
What the fuck? He got low fast. You must like
Hey,
tap tap.
Zorg. Zorg might
That
have.
was Zorg hitting him.
Yeah, Zorg.
That was effective. All right, then
Yeah.
they
Where
all.
did he hit? Oh, look at the shot.
Wow, watch how many times they press Q in a single second. 1, 2. Can we get some more? We're at 2, boys.
Could be coming in. Coalescence here from Allen. Self-destruct from the defense.
I guess not.
Finds.
Why'd you die to that?
He's Zen.
Could be coming in. Coalescence here from
Bad
Allen.
positioning.
Support.
Yeah.
The second. Amna is
Yeah,
up
we
in
got
the
a lot
air,
of the
trying to deal
alarms.
with Zarya. Finally cuts her down.
Did I
through
just
the
skip
healing,
ahead?
where
Oh, I just
the
skipped
offense
ahead.
only have a
I
few
tried to hit
members,
pause and I hit skip
but here,
ahead. You guys get
offense
held
on
here
the side
hard.
of the defense.
And the
Wait,
Nitro has
no,
been
I'm
stalling
just
there the whole
confused.
time, but meanwhile, on the point, the
You
defense
guys can.
Skip ahead, keep
Get
on
some kills
ahead.
on-
The way
Yeah.
they were
Last
using the
huge
camera was
dragon blade
poor,
we've
I
seen.
guess. I don't know.
Oh,
Coalescence
it's
here from
disgusting,
Allen,
but, you
self-destruct
know.
from the defense.
Alright,
Finds
Diva Bomb
CO
comes
on
out, they
the
cool.
spot.
And that's gonna mean that the rest
Alright,
of the
when they have
teams wants to
this,
pull
yeah,
back,
when
and
they have
even
Moira
going-
going, you guys just gotta like kind of back up, because they will
back
just
and
melt
even
you.
going full ham here,
And the value here wasn't with the Moira ult. The value was with the
Lessons here from Allen,
Valk that they're
self-destruct
gonna
from the
have next
defense.
fight. To be honest.
They could have just let
Because
it
like
off
you guys
just
probably
that
could have taken
fight
an
was
early
definitely
fight there.
over,
They
but
wouldn't
now
have
they
gotten
got the
Valk
kills
for
and
the
they're
rest of the
charging
game.
down
Would have been
those kills.
huge. But now there's 30
The
seconds, and you
damage
have to
the
fight into
backlash
Valk.
has been-
You're gonna lose. Like
has been
99% of the time.
been zero burst target this entire time. Is harassing this back.
God, that Genji is aggressive. You guys need to punish that. You know? Like, what do you have? Zarya, not really. Punish. Yeah, you guys can't punish that too hard, can you? Yeah. When you see, here's what you need to do as a team, though. Like, this is the 5th time Genji's done that or something, you know? He
Yeah.
dashes in the middle of your. He did it on other maps. Dash in the
We
middle of
also
your team.
probably should have swapped up our comp. Swapped off
Yeah,
our Genki
definitely.
to Junkrat.
I don't know about
Definitely
Junk.
there. Well, Junkrat. Well, yeah. What do
It
you
would have
mean?
been good if the Winston dived, but they're not relying on the Winston diving. They're relying on just keeping you guys pressured and then having a fat ult because there's only a minute left. You know?
Yeah.
So you could have gone Junk. It just would have been, I don't know.
I think with what we had, we still could have focused him.
Definitely, definitely. He like it's.
I mean, look how deep he is, and all of us are right there.
And exactly, Atlas is here.
All right, he gets your
With the dragon
Zen.
blade, finds one of the support. Can he
At
get
this
the
point,
second?
you
Amna is
lost the
up
fight.
in
Yeah.
air, trying to deal with Zarya. Finally
They
cuts her
didn't even
down
have to use
through the
Valk.
healing, where the offense only have a few members left.
Look at the order of deaths here. I find it, or not the order of deaths, but the location of deaths.
Zero
Backline
burst
to front
target
line,
this
perfectly.
entire time is harassing this backline. And exactly, Atlas is here with the dragon
I guess
blade,
not Widow,
finds
but
one of the
whatever.
support. Can he get the second? Amna is up in the air, trying to deal with Zarya.
Like it's just backline to front line.
Deal with Zarya, finally cuts her down through the healing, where the
Yeah.
offense only has.
There's not too much you could have done there, but like
Take the hard route, but it
you had to
works
do
out for them
something.
on this Route 66, and now
Maybe
trying to
high
reinforce
ground
the
was
rest
the
of
way to
team.
go
Killing
there.
pushing last means that she can't second and res people up, and that takes out Amna.
Are you guys still? Do you like? Is this? Should I keep? Should I actually? Okay, now, because like that was a long
Very effective
contest.
switch from the somber point C area.
All right, let's watch. Let's flip it.
First, we're gonna have to fight.
All right,
Jump
yeah,
power,
escort, blah
a
blah
very
blah.
effective player
All right,
at
you guys
that.
are running
And Zorg
defense
using
with.
this defensive Widow, maybe
Okay,
expecting
pretty
Fluid to bring out
standard.
the Widow, but it's actually Atlas
Just
who
be
takes that
careful with
role
Widow
instead.
because
And then the usual
you
Zenyatta
need to
Mercy.
not
Tell
lose.
us about this offensive,
This is where that McCree
composition.
got that really cool
Look at the
stuff.
puppy.
We're gonna have a hog and
The
a
fuck?
monkey.
I
Is
didn't
it
know
this
that
one?
was it.
I
I don't
don't
think
know.
it's
That's
this
what
one.
Oh, it wasn't this one? Oh, okay.
No, I pop off on this one.
See how they synergize together.
All right,
because it's not typically a tank pairing that you'll see.
TLDR, what's gonna happen? Ideally, every single fight, Winston jumps in. Winston gets discorded. Roadhog hooks Winston. Junkrat hits a single mine onto Winston. Winston dies. Because they don't have anyone creating space, Zorg gets a kill on Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo, pick a tiger by the toes, Zen. I don't care. And then at that point, you have a shield. They don't have a shield. Roadhog's feeding you all charge. Tracer has trouble doing anything because Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo, Roadhog's pressuring, Orissa's pressuring, I don't care. And then Widow's dead or zoned out. Second scenario, equally good. Halt, hook, dead. Simple as that. One of the strongest combos in the game, and it is so easy to do. Like, on the same level as the combos that are so, like, ingrained in Overwatch, like Zarya Bubble, Winston Jump. Like, when you think of combos, that's just like, yes, like, that's just a thing, like, those just go together. This is the only reason people don't think of that is because Orisa hasn't been used recently. And so now that she's being used more, it's so good.
Almost always see Hog paired with an Orisa,
Like,
or at least with
practice
Reinhardt,
it,
someone with a shield,
please.
because then you can
It's
just
worth
hit
it.
somebody and allow the rest of your team to safely chunk down whoever that unfortunate
Attack,
patient was,
defense,
the person who gets
both.
hooked by Kurt
There's like
is
no
coming
time
in,
it's
so
bad.
We'll see how this plays out.
All right, they're
Look for
going
Howland to
in.
see if he jumps in or decides to more kite for the rest of the
Okay.
team, because it's going to be a little bit tough if the
Kill
Muddy
crowd
doesn't have
spam
some
up
force in
top,
that
very
defense.
nice.
Yeah,
Roadhog trapped up top.
We kill him there.
Winston's about to jump in too. Even if you don't kill him, it's okay.
yeah, I think you've highlighted well that this is not a typical tank matchup.
Is he
Since
going in?
Howland can get to that high
So
ground.
Widow, you should be calling. You guys need to be just communication here. Winston right side about looking to jump in.
We'll have to watch from the
And then
ground.
Orisa, I look at this and I say Winston's about to jump in.
But maybe this is a good
Because
tank to have
okay,
on.
Winston jumping in, everyone melt him. I want to see Discord orb any second now, right there.
Onto the payload, self-healing, lots of health.
I don't see any Discord orbs.
Be able to hook even these players
Missed
onto
hook.
the low ground. But huge first pick there from Skooma from
Yeah,
Outlast.
you guys messed up bigly there. You got a nice kill on the Genji though, so it's okay. I worry about Nitro flanking the enemy Roadhog. I'm worried he might pick a healer or something, but it should be okay.
An opportunity for
It's kind of
resurrection
fucked
there.
because when I see that they dive and I'm on top of that roof, I always throw the trap down for the Winston to land in it normally, but Genji hit it instead.
Zor, okay, you're able to kill the Mercy. The fight's over. Wow, that's bad. Yeah, that just kind of sucks.
So they do push it quite a bit
You just didn't have
around
like the
corner.
presence or
Still
whatever
trying
on the
to
cart.
find this-
Oh, that was pretty cool. That was like the 1-2 punch. That was pretty. His orbs are still there.
I know, you still see his
Wait,
orbs.
back it up a little bit. I want to see that.
They do force him onto the ground, and so
Watch.
they do push
Watch
it
him
quite a
fly.
bit around the corner.
1,
Still trying to find this
2.
this Widow battle on the backside.
Damn.
That's going to be
That was pretty good.
Zorg.
Yeah. I was gonna say don't even peek this Widow because like you can just shoot at other people and she can't. Don't do it.
Also,
I don't care.
A bit of this aggression on Zen, what you're dying for, it's stuff that you get away with on Lucio, and I'm not sure if you're normally a Lucio, and Zen is your odd one.
Especially in Overwatch League so far, didn't work out for Karai.
Well, you don't get away with it with Lucio that often either. So haha.
Well, I wasn't.
Alright,
I wasn't the Zen that died, was I?
No, that wasn't Zen. That
No.
wasn't the Zen. No.
That was the enemy Zen.
No, that was the
That was
enemy.
the enemy.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Orisa instead of Winston now, which means your number 1 combo is halt hook.
Zero burst.
Halt hook. Got it? Got it.
The offense here. will
So
not
this
have
is like
any-
Orisa and Roadhog need to be in their minds keeping track of each other's abilities as well. Like even if you're not communicating it, listen.
really
You have
good
ears.
defense
You have
that
eyes.
have
Wowzers.
support ultimates.
That was a fast
And the
peek.
Riptire here from Skooma.
Yeah,
Even
Zorg is insane.
some tank ultimates soon to be.
Okay, Scum uses his ult. I hope he doesn't. Wow, that did like a lot of damage to a lot of different people. I don't think anyone's
I
gonna
thought
die.
they were
But that's the
closer to that
Riptire.
doorway when I
Gets
threw
shot
that
down,
too.
and Nitro
I
gets
didn't think anyone was gonna get hit by that like
the
that
whole
much,
hog,
but hey.
narrowing every-
Alright, what the heck is happening? Nitro, you get. I'm assuming-
I called to come down and nobody came down. That was like.
You shouldn't have called to come down. That's absolutely
Well,
a bad
there,
call.
there was all of them were in the
Yeah,
doorway. If they threw the shield
exactly.
down
narrowing everybody
I was using
out
whole
on that
hog
big side. We're just
into a small room with their whole team in there.
You
Well,
should have
if-
used whole hog there. Because
Talk about the
let
power of
me
Orisa
flip
with
the
Hog
script
together,
here.
and
You don't drop
Skooma was raining in grenades.
Orisa
The-
shield.
the
Junkrat
shield did
spam.
mitigate the damage, but only for a moment.
It's as simple as that.
Eventually,
Halt
Skooma
comes
shoots
out,
through
gets a
the
nice
rest of
skinny
that.
angle right
Here
there,
comes the
pull someone
defense.
back
They're
around
trying
the
to
corner,
approach
you
pretty
send a hook
strongly,
out,
and
you pull them
Lewis is caught
up
on the
out
other
into
side of the
you.
shield.
Like that's a kill. And it's
Not
easy
as
too.
much power as
Just
he
the
would have
angle.
if that shield was not
If you
there.
do drop down, you're I mean obviously forcing yourself in front of them, and they have a lot of damage. Like they have the Zen, they have the Orisa. The reason why I can see you
So full
I'm
dive
assuming
here,
Skooma
knowing they
called out
can't
that they're all low.
force them down from
And
big,
that's why you
big
did
earls.
that, which is
They're gonna
okay,
fight them
but
off to
like,
the same ground where
high
Lux
ground is your
has been
friend.
very
Because think about it like this: Zen cannot get to you high ground. He can shoot at you high ground, in which case you can just back up if you really need to. Orisa can try to pull you off high ground. It's pretty tough though, especially from that angle. Roadhog can try to hook you off high ground. Exact same thing. Widow can hit you high ground. Period. She'll burst you down. But you have Zorg, zoning them out for the past 10 minutes. Mercy's not going to do anything. And if Genji jumps high ground to kill you, he dies. So if you guys stay up here, you're good. But if you're down there in front of this doorway, spamming, I guess not really spamming, but picking healers that are sitting up top like this Zen right next to you. Like, this is a prime time target for a Widowmaker who's alive. Spamming.
everybody out of that cave side. Where this is an interesting strategy from Lux, but perhaps the full dive to get them off of big Earls might be more effective here.
And we talked about the
Like,
power
talk
of
about
Orisa with the
aggressive,
Hog
y'all.
together,
Like,
and
I know that
Skooma-
it's working, but like this is what'll happen if you get that aggressive. This is what'll happen if you get that aggressive. Like, because Zorg dies while you guys are doing that, that leaves your backline open, and that's easily cops dying too. You know?
Yeah.
And then if these two are dead, I'll tell you, all of these people respawn first and get back first. Every single one of them. And then they push in, they get the cart to here, and you have to do some last ditch effort to touch. And they have, Valk, Trans, Whole Hog,
was raining
Blade.
grenades, and the shield did mitigate the damage, but only for a moment. Eventually,
Skooma, what the fuck are you
doing?
doing?
That, and here comes the defense. They're trying to approach very strongly.
Like, you were
and
in vision of a
First
widow,
on the other
like-
side of the shield felt just not as much
Alright,
power
they're gonna
as
fall
it
back
was
because they
when
lost
the
their road.
shield
That
was
road,
with them.
killing the road honestly probably saved you the fight.
Questionable investment
Mostly
of the
just
Whole
because that
Hog from
road,
Kurt, but at
he
least
switches to
wants to
Diva.
throw that ultimate
My
out
guess
so
is
he
out
can
of Shane.
switch onto the Diva.
Oh,
His
they
more
actually switch
comfort
off.
pick, and along with Howland,
Okay,
he
so they're
switches
just
onto
doing a
the
pretty
Winston.
standard dive
So
here.
full dive here, knowing they can't force them down from big Earls.
So
he's gonna
Zorg,
fight them off
you
the
are
side.
either gonna have free range here or absolutely no range here. Because they're either gonna hyper focus you or completely ignore you. And you need to abuse whatever they do. If they focus you, then make sure you're near healers who can then dive on, or who can then protect you, stall your death, and then that's when your front line kills their back line. That's when Junkrat spams on healers that no longer have a Winston protecting them and a Diva protecting them. You know what I mean? And then if they ignore you, you just sit tight and snipe people. You know?
Them onto the
The worst thing that can happen is you sitting tight and sniping people and not being able to kill anyone, or them diving you and you not being able to be saved.
to the same ground where Lux
Because then it's a 5v6 or a 5v6, you know?
Still have both support ultimates, but Zero Burst
Ah, should have communicated with
two
Roadhog.
support ultimates of their own,
And also
Atlas
not
is
shot
gonna be
at
the
a
one who wants to
Winston.
jump behind this
Oh, what the fuck are you doing, Scream? He's dead. You're dead.
this defense from Lux and bring out the Dragon
Right?
Blade.
Yeah.
He wants to see an opening first before.
Okay. What was comms here? Did you guys call drop or was it a
We
mistake?
called
and then-
drop, but I don't think we called. I think he dropped before we called drop.
Okay. One, you've tired. Why would you want to drop? If you are okay, you guys just hit a whole lot of Q here. It'd just be so effective just to sit high ground still, you know? Like, Orisa, you can contest it if you get real close to the edge there, you know? Put your shield up that way so it's just protecting you and no one else. It literally doesn't matter for 90% of the people. Roadhog can still hook people up to the roof. Skooma can still spam angles. Zorg isn't even using the shield. Zen might have a little bit more trouble having free range, but only if he gets dived on. And in that case, like, they're diving into a Junkrat against Discord. Like, good luck, you know? Yeah, I don't know why you guys are so obsessed with
He
dropping
does
here.
that, but now he has the backside of
Like,
all those
what?
teams
Why?
together,
Why do you
and
want to drop? Because like, if you can give me a good reason, like, I'll tell you why it's good or bad. But
I'm guessing when we see a team pushing the cart further, we decide to drop as a version of like panicking in that moment, you know?
yeah,
Because we don't consider the fact that we can hold it on high ground, which we can't.
exactly. So A, you can hold it on high ground. B, you can let them push it right past you. And the reason is because once it gets to here, one sec, getting an image. Right, 66. Not third point mid, not second point, not first point. Right here. Cart's here. The front line has to be here on the cart. Probably the back of the cart, maybe the side of the cart. They're not, maybe under the cart if they're pushing it. They're going to be around the cart, right? They're not going to be on the cart trying to fight you because you're going to be spamming them. Which means the back line is either here, a prime dive target, open vision from your Widow, perfect spam angle from your Junkrat. Inside, cut off from their team if you dive in, like here, or here, not as open vision from your Widow. Perfect spam angle from your Junkrat, especially when like you start spamming at them and then they go into like closet here. Like, give me the kills, That's the dream.
And the defense is starting to get
Skooma drops, Skooma dies, Skooma gets rezzed. You get the Diva mech. They get the Bongo, they get the Orisa, you get the Tracer. Okay.
defense is starting to get those kills, and we're even.
So you're low on space, they're low on damage, and then Genji blades and
trading, but the Valkyries.
My guess, is he not blading?
Valkyries have come out from both sides.
He's just dropped.
Are you kidding me? I literally was gonna say this fight's about to be over because he was sitting above your two healers ready to kill them, and then he's like, nah.
Oh no, but Atlas gets taken out by.
Okay.
Yeah, Zorg goes off right here, if I remember correctly. Before he actually ends up getting killed, he goes off.
Yeah, you get the Diva too. You're able to get the Winston, so they're extra low on space. Winston gets res, Tracer gets res. They're down. Genji and Diva burn the Winston again, and you win the fight. This is what you need to be thinking in game at this moment: is we need to burn the Winston again, we win the fight, or we need to burn the Zen because he has his ult. But it'd be pretty tough to remember that in the middle of a fight. He has some. I was gonna say that Zen has some big.
Okay, Zorg hates me for this still to this day.
What's about to happen?
You know what's about to happen.
I hate
She
that.
pulls out the gun. She pulls it out.
You know what's gonna happen.
Okay, so Zen actually, or their Zen, you guys actually tire them, and he doesn't trans, which is huge.
Thanks to Alan, but Zorg is still.
No. No, come on.
Oh my god, they're too late.
Nice.
Taking out the Widowmaker.
Absolutely not. You got there whenever. Watch Zorg because he stands still while being shot.
But Atlas gets taken out by the
Let's see how many shots hit him until he moves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then he's like, maybe I should leave. Pal, you're down 180 health. Like,
is this gonna be the Battle Mercy taking out the Widowmaker? Yep.
Oh my goodness, yes it is. Nice investment of Valkyries from both these sides, and also the patience from Atlas to not bring the Dragon Blade
oh,
out.
they're spawn
He's not
camping
able
you
to
now.
work
That's
the
fun.
Mercy, 'cause if he doesn't go
Quirky.
Oh
for
yeah,
it,
no, it
go
doesn't work out
resurrect
well.
everything, he ends up killing. So another reset here for
Like this,
Zeroburst.
you halt. That's when you halt hook. That's when you halt hook right then.
But keep in mind, 30 seconds remain, and they
Then,
still
like,
haven't
he has
found the point. They
blade,
have to
you-
get all the way to
Yeah,
point,
that was big.
or at
Wow.
least-
You said it didn't work out well.
Never mind. Next time around.
Next time.
find point C
Okay.
to win this against.
Or not.
Winston's
Maybe
going in.
Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong
We don't
map.
drop again, do we?
Discord the Winston.
Lux.
You don't want them to have space.
Now, this is gonna be a dire
know?
Drop
initiation.
again?
However, Atlas goes down with the Dragon Blade.
Yeah, another key pick. Zero Burst keeps going down before they can even get into the point. And those tanks, they are diving and they're doing a lot of work.
Someone turn around and kill this Winston, I swear to God.
From Skooma.
Oh my god, he's at 90 HP. Come
Zen!
on, guys.
Literally discorded him.
Are diving and they're doing a lot of work,
Wait.
but it is no match.
Just let him stay there.
You look right here. Open your eyes. It's gonna say. I got this. It'll say Winston, and then or it'll say that in purple text. So let me. I'll make this better. I'll make this more realistic. Winston, and then it'll be like. And then that's when you're like, oh, maybe I should shoot at him.
Damage output from Skooma,
Someone kill the
but
goddamn
Skooma does
Winston.
get taken out by
He's gonna get
Atlas.
his ult.
This moment, this is the right position for a Dragon Blade. This could be the moment.
What the fuck are you guys doing? This is like big mistake area. Okay, no one kills the Winston.
At last, in this
He
moment,
gets his ult.
moment
He's
where
going to
Atlas
get
has
his
the
ult.
right position for a Dragon Blade.
Will he? Okay, it doesn't even matter. Genji goes in and is able to kill your Orisa in the middle of your team.
Oh, Atlas, the last remaining soldier here for Zero Burst needs to step onto the point. Foolish now joins him with the Tracer, almost gets hooked, but not.
Okay, questionable paths then.
Yeah.
You know that nobody's up there, you know?
Yeah.
Nice damage mitigation
It's a
here
good
from Kurt to
thing you
protect him.
don't die, and then he did get his ult as Winston, and he never got healed, which means he's just probably going to use his ult. Or he'll just die, that's cool too, I guess. Don't ult, you get pulse bomb, just don't press Q. It's 2018, who presses Q anyway? Haha. Okay, pulse bomb gets Nitro on point.
Here from Kurt to protect him.
They
However,
trans,
enemies
you're high
still alive here on
ground.
the point. Pulse bomb
Damn, that was a good shot.
gets Nitro.
Fat
Kurt
bomb.
joins him in the ultimate
Yeah,
battle with the
You guys have some trouble not getting killed by bombs.
kill onto the supports.
Yeah, you guys lost this fight. Alright, what happened this fight that went wrong? You just gave the Genji free range. Like, literally, he went in, walked in, killed Orisa, left. And I guess it didn't really matter that you gave Winston free range, but, like, I don't know why it didn't matter, because the Winston's an idiot, apparently. I need to go PM him and tell him, you need another coaching session for Winston. Like, I just watched a VOD where you didn't ult and died in the potential last fight. I just don't get it. Okay.
That was a huge
Are you
explosion,
guys
the
changing anything?
self-destruct.
I would change
Unfortunately,
Zork
not
here.
even losing his life for it.
Widow's
Just
good,
got into
and
the
Widow's
tank
been
after that,
popping,
the old fade away.
but against the
Throw it back
dive,
in the
like,
air and get a new one.
you can't really kill Winston. You can't really kill Diva. You can kind of kill Tracer. Killing Genji's tough. It's just Mercy and Zen, and, like, there's more valuable heroes than
Wish it lived in
Widow if you're going for the Mercy and the Zen. I think, honestly, Soldier McCree might be really valuable here. Just because it'll allow you to either melt shields of the Winston and melt him faster, or McCree for the stun against the Tracer and the Genji.
She just has so much money from all the StarCraft winning, she's able to just...
Why is it that when he jumps in the middle of the team, you guys don't focus in, but when he's this far away, you guys melt him in a millisecond? Why is that?
It's probably a panic.
What are you panicking? He's panic when he's near. Like.
First, we'll be moving on to at least take point.
All right, you guys get the early pick on him. I'm gonna let it load for like half a second. They can't really do anything, but you also can't do anything, so it doesn't really matter.
Point A, and they'll try to make
Gave you some ult charge though.
here to at least equalize the score.
At this point, be planning the fight. Be planning the fight. Does Zen have trans? Absolutely. Does Winston have ult? Absolutely. Does Diva? No, she just used it. Tracer? No, she just
Zen
used
hasn't
it.
trans the entire game.
I know, he's... You
And
know...
He died that one time without using
Yeah.
it, too.
Yeah. No, he's... Yeah. He... That is correct. Alan might have Valk. I'm actually surprised that that's that high. I would think it's more like 50, but whatever. And then Atlas, you know he doesn't have Blade. He just used it. So you know, okay, Zen has it because he's never used it before, and he probably will continue to never use it. And Howlin doesn't, or Howlin has it because he's a Winston that has it. And so you're thinking, okay, well, if Zen transes, that'll kind of negate only Junkrat, but not his ult. So you're like, okay, if Zen transes, we'll tire, and then that'll force them back and prevent them from trying anything funny. And then if they do try something funny, just tire them, you know? And then same thing with, you know, okay, they Winston, use Bongo and melt backline, or even melt Winston. Like, Bongo, halt, hook, Winston's dead. Alright, so what will you guys do here? Tracer almost one clips your Zen, who's not paying attention. Bongo, why Bongo there? What prompted it? What damage are you buffing, you see? Gotta play these things smart. You're just not gonna get very much value out of this. Just not gonna get too much value. Like, Genji's hiding now. I'm amazed that you get Diva mech because she's an idiot. Why would Genji do that? This other team is dumb.
No, Skooma kills.
Yeah, I saw that.
And Zero Burst have the can bring them
You
down.
killed
He's gonna
me.
get res though.
Payload and waiting for them to come back down. Some picks coming in. But
Okay. You tire?
I do.
Where? It's up there?
I was going for the Valking Mercy and Zorg shot her. That was fucking shitty.
ultimate build
All right.
Scum at the very
Well,
end.
I was
uses
gonna
the
kill that
Riptide
Mercy
to
too.
take
I
out
wish Zorg
Corey,
was
even though
here.
The fight was over.
Um,
Yeah, you'd already popped that rip tire, so it was just.
I was worried. I was worried right there. I was.
I mean, he's getting
Okay, what are you gonna do this fight? Oh, well, visor. Blah, blah. I don't care. You
So
know,
many
just
in
plan
these
it out.
fights, I think
Now you know they might have. I would definitely think they have
Still
Valk by now.
trans.
Especially when you bongo, they get Valk fast.
At least 2 already on that point of hold, and it
Tag
did
yourself
go
on the
all the way to
Genji.
overtime, but still, Skuma playing
Only
very
crosses
well
while
in this game.
deflecting or dashing.
He's playing amazing, and there's been a pretty
Yeah,
good
spam,
matchup to go
spam, spam,
against,
spam, spam.
Foolish, who was on the
Say,
Junkrat
oh.
before, but it's not gonna
Oh,
be the
perfect.
Junkrat
What
versus
the?
matchup to go against
Wait.
Foolish, who was
So, did you see that?
Yes,
was
I
on the
just.
Junkrat before, but it's not gonna.
Oh, he jumps as soon as I hook him.
No, it's different people.
But it's not gonna be the Junkrat
Wait,
versus
what's? Oh, wait,
Is
what
it?
happened? Do I miss a hook?
go against Foolish, who was on the Junkrat before, but it's not
Oh no,
gonna
I
be
pull
the
somebody
Junkrat
and
versus
then
Junkrat.
Oh, you pull the
Wait.
Winston. You pull the Winston.
I
That
pull the
doesn't make any
Winston.
sense, though.
He jumps though.
But
He
then,
should be stunned for a half second though. That's the thing. Well, no, he lands right there. Actually, yeah. Wait, what?
I don't understand.
He's hacking.
Okay, who got the hook damage? Diva.
Did the hook like disconnect or something, or what?
It must have.
But it's not gonna be the Junkrat versus Junkrat.
But the Diva's so far away.
Howland
The
jumps
the
onto
flooring
the
on that
side.
roof thing wouldn't have stopped it. There's no way.
What the fuck happened?
It wouldn't. Nothing would have broke that.
Okay. Anyway, they decide to execute in here. They start with a pulse bomb on your Zen, who did not have trans. I was worried if you did, I would have just been disappointed. But then they're gonna get Skooma too. Okay, fight's over. Reset. Take a second fight. I do not like that you used Valk. When did you use it? If it's after the second person died.
No, that was CO that takes the pulse.
It was when the second person died. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Spawn for him.
But then like the third died.
Double kill for Foolish. Make it
Yeah, but
triple.
I'd popped it
Combat tries
before
to
that. I think the Widow.
Yeah,
died,
but
right?
like, you still could like look to your right and seen like Tracer, Widowmaker at half health, Widowmaker looking this way.
Hmm.
You know, it's fine. It's no biggie. It just like kind of sucks for the next fight. You know.
Yeah.
What did they not use? They still didn't use trans.
Direct a couple players, but Foolish is going absolutely.
Jesus
nuts.
Christ.
However, they lose their mercy in the
Wait,
process.
we win this fight.
Yeah, I think we win this fight.
Are
yeah.
you kidding me? No.
Yeah, we
you've
won it.
lost. This fight is
no,
lost.
no, we win this if I remember
Okay,
correctly.
let's watch.
Yeah, I think we got them into OT, didn't we?
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah.
So how? You get the Diva mech.
He
you get
gets
the
mercy.
I get a
Yeah.
mercy pick.
So Diva. Alright.
I ult Winston. and then they
Yeah,
have a
that's no space, no healing, and then yeah, sure they get Skuma, but it's not gonna matter at that point. Zorg's almost back. Zorg is back. Oh, so he even gets res. Diva's dead. Now it's just the DPS again. It's always the DPS and the Zen, but nice missed hook, haha.
Hello? You know I don't miss it this time though.
This-
Okay?
yeah, you gotta
I don't
like
miss
it.
it that time. All right.
Wait, does he not trans this entire round?
Nope, he doesn't trans. I don't think he's trans. He does. Is
He
it possible he
hasn't
doesn't trans the
trans once.
entire game?
Hold up.
He still hasn't transed.
I found him on Discord.
Maybe he's like said, I'm not gonna trans this whole game. Like,
Isn't
Maybe
Corey
that's the
one of
thing.
our fillers for when we don't have someone for scrims?
Phil's? No.
no.
He's one of
That's
our-
Karo. That's a different guy.
Should I PM this guy like, hey, please press Q?
No, it's mean.
Can't be
You
that
just go
toxic.
Unless you know
Let's see
him.
if he uses it.
Unless you
I
know
have
him.
I have coached before.
The
Yeah.
triple kill. I'm very
Right.
surprised we're not able to
We
capitalize
should see if he
on that.
uses it
Nonetheless,
throughout the
7
match.
seconds do remain,
He
and you see
if he doesn't use it this last fight, I don't even know. Did you just tire or did you just use?
I just tired.
Oh yeah, I see it up there on the roof.
Yeah, it's on the roof.
Wow, that's kind of a long path, but whatever.
Nitro's gonna be there looking for the hook.
Go get the Winston. Oh, you should have just blown up the Winston. You got
I
greedy.
should have. I should have.
Members drop down the towel and eating the hook, and he goes down. One of the main tanks from Zero Burst. Now cannot.
They didn't even have to move their mess.
And he
Watch.
goes down. One of the,
Like, perfectly on.
one of the main tanks.
The blank. And then they just throw it over there. Like. Alright, they blade. You get the Winston. Okay,
They get the GameCube. Oh, he gets a fat blade here, and then that happens.
I died.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll lose that fight.
And this offense are on a
And the
roll,
Flutter's still
bringing in
not.
all the ult-
Flutter,
still
jump off
feeding
the
ult
edge.
charge.
Jump off the
He's
edge.
still feeding ult charge.
harassing these members, installing the payload.
He's not even feeding ult charge. He's feeding time. Like, if he would have just died sooner, like, he can be back for the last fight. 100%.
Yeah, and Zorg
Because,
is
like, who?
stalling
Like,
on the
Zorg
point, because the
is
rest of the
stalling
team
still,
goes
or
pretty
was
hurt,
stalling
taking down
still.
Flutter on the
So that
backside
means
of
that everyone's going to be able to be
Unfortunately,
back
they
soon.
behind him, so they had to put some
Like,
resources
imagine
towards it, but
Roadhog walking on the point with Mercy healing him.
towards
That's
it,
going to
but
survive for
Zero
another
Burst, they're
4
only getting the
seconds. That's going
healing
to give
from
him
the
enough time.
payload
But
right
now
now. They
Flutter's
have
just
no
not going to be able to
supports
get
on
back.
Well, there might be one last member
Makes
who's
me
gonna try and
sad.
contest this one, and this one is Zorg, who gets the double kill, and finally the reinforcements coming in to take him out. But here are the reinforcements from
Alright.
Lux. The
In situations like this, target focus is your friend. So pick a target and everyone kill them. Main targets are Zen, who is already dead and has never used trans in 100,000 years, or Mercy, who she's also already dead, isn't she?
About to be.
She's probably.
Their Mercy? No, their
That's-
Mercy's not dead yet.
Their
Their
Mercy
Mercy.
did die, but she probably got back by now.
Yeah, they've both respawned. They're walking up now. So then Winston is your next target. Stop them from
the
creating
dive
space
tanks
and
are
having
here,
a shield.
along with Alan, or sorry,
You get
along with
Genji,
Omna in the
okay.
sky.
Winston. Now Winston's dead, and you guys are gonna be.
Nitro
He did it! He did it! He did it!
Good
Press
times.
Q.
Oh no! Are you serious?
Nitro brings
Last
up
fight.
Omna,
At
no
the
team
end.
there to absorb it.
And I'm just holding it.
the most valuable trans in the existence of transes. An absolute legend. Nice hook.
You realize shutting down
Hey, he got pushed away.
Sure.
I bet he was so fucking pissed.
Okay. What just happened?
Everybody died.
Okay, they kill your Mercy because flanking, then the Diva kills the Tracer. Okay, here's what happened. One person's on the payload, one person was behind the payload, Roadhog's over here. You guys aren't, like, work as a team. Work as a team. Diva and Roadhog together, Tracer pulse bombs the Diva, you hook the, you hook the Tracer, or just shoot the Tracer, and Tracer dies. Mercy sticking with Roadhog, Roadhog hooks Tracer, Tracer dies. I mean, I could do like 100,000 examples for that. You guys get what I mean? You definitely could have won that fight. Like, one died here, one died here, one died pretty much here but got knocked to here at the end, one died all the way over there. I don't even know where Tracer died. Somewhere. Hopefully. Alright, let's see. Let's see.
So hard, but Zero Burst again. They tip the scales their way.
Wait. Why do they have to get it to there? Shouldn't they only have to get it to here?
They reset the map.
Oh, we're scrimming. There's the scrims still.
Oh.
Scrim nights.
I thought these were actual games. I'm an
No,
idiot.
it's Scrim nights.
Both takes in overtime. Zero Burst though.
Big old
only 1
dummy.
minute
Okay.
left to go, and
You guys need a pick. It's as simple as that.
and we'll see if they can make.
Why? Okay, did you switch to Zarya for because it's better for this point, or did you switch to Zarya for the ult?
For better both. Most
Okay,
part.
so there's a minute left, and if you get your ult as Zarya in a minute, then
That's not-
I
that's-
want you.
That's Flutter. Like, what do you mean? That's not wait, that's not difficult to do in the first place. What?
1 minute's pretty tough, especially when you're
minute- one-
just
no,
switching to
close call.
Zarya.
Hitting out multiple grabs in a minute is tough. One grab in a minute, I don't think is
I'm a Zarya man.
Chris.
On a map like this, when you're just switching to Zarya, especially against the dive comp, this isn't a shield, Reinhardt v Reinhardt. Shield spam. Yeah, I say by the end of the thing, maybe 70%, depending on how much energy. And with a shield like that, it's not going to be a lot. Punish the Winston. He just literally walked into your Rhine, y'all. And killed your Mercy, who had Valk. You know? Like,
Yeah.
where's Skooma? Where are you, dude? Zorg,
I'm
where
He's
are
up
you?
top. He's up
by
You're up
top.
top? What are you doing over there?
They send in the self-destruct.
Zord's
Nitro
peeling
brings
her
out
back,
the
I guess.
Reinhardt switch
Oh,
to
get the
protect
Mercy.
it, but this is a
Huge.
ripfire from Skooma.
Huge to roll
I don't know
that
if it's gonna be
anyways.
big enough though.
Because he had the
Yeah,
Valkyrie.
here's the problem is now you're 1v1ing on the point. Reinhardt done, and you didn't have the
Now equal
pressure,
here,
I would say,
lot
to
of
force them
Flux
back.
never-
All right.
Kurt pushing it and how
He's
it
I
mad.
don't remember half of this, so this is funny watching that.
I have
Zen
a
got
question.
knocked the fuck out.
Why is it that Zen does not use his ult the entire game, but within a minute gets it to 82%?
looking good for zero
Like,
push, and I
just
think
don't even use your harmony orbs. Just press Q. Like, you get it just as fast. Like,
technically they've passed the box of victory, but can they close in here on point on the final point where Lux will be bringing in all the guns?
all right, this is it.
How efficient that push
How
was,
many?
like,
All right, do you have any else? Only Valk. Do not let your Mercy die. This Genji,
He's
His
looking
gonna
right
kill
at
you,
me.
It's gonna kill
only
you,
goal
good
in
Mercy.
life, his
To kill me.
only goal in life is to kill you. If
Oh,
he can
God.
kill you, and then he dies to
It's worth
a
it.
Symmetra melee only, it's worth it. Okay? And sure enough, he's gonna press Q right about now. Why doesn't he press Q? Why doesn't this Genji ever press Q?
It only took
Yeah, that was
they have a lot of ultimates coming
bro.
online.
He could be getting. He could be. Oh my dear God.
He dies. He gets res. He has to get res.
Oh,
No, you guys peeled for me. That's what you
There it
did.
is.
Yeah.
There it is.
We did what we were supposed to do.
There it
And then
is.
it came out.
Oh, I'm not
Oh, fuck.
he did it. Wait, did he
Alright,
deflect
why?
as soon as he killed?
But you guys did peel for me that
Yeah,
time,
mine
though.
was
That's
zero
why he didn't.
See,
pull it
I don't
out
know
right
if they
away.
peeled for you
No,
or
I
if
did.
they were
I
forced
peeled. I
back.
peeled. Look at. Look.
I don't know if
Watch
you
Ryan.
peeled or were forced back.
Watch Ryan.
Oh, it's
Look at that.
possible.
Look at that. Look at that.
I
Look
mean,
at that. I
we're
see
all
the
looking
Genji.
at this Genji.
I see
Oh,
the
yeah.
Genji. I look at
Oh,
the
you're
Genji.
all
I come back and I start swinging. I'm not letting them away. I'm not letting them.
Even Atlas
I'm
goes
not
down
letting them.
though.
Just go with it,
Before that, this is
dog.
gonna trigger the
Yeah, they
Valkyrie
have
from
multiple
Alan to bring
divers
back
on me.
You needed to use it sooner rather than later. Once the tracer started hitting you and the Genji
Yeah,
got
I should-
res, you need to use it and get up in the air.
Yeah.
Valkyrie
see that.
from Alan to bring back Atlas. They want to have one Dragon Blade more.
All right. Okay. You melt the Winston. Okay.
This res
Dragon
fucked me
Blade
up.
more to make a difference.
Oh, I'm not bringing.
Yeah, that's big right there because they res the Winston and yeah.
I think what happened was I felt like I could survive without that Genji on me, and like I don't know, I knew he was res. I don't know why. I should have popped it as soon as he got
I
res.
feel like you guys needed to remember like what you had to do there. Like as a death ball against a dive, like you need to punish whoever goes in and then pretty much just not let them res. Like I hate to say it, but that's what got you guys killed. Is Genji goes in here, gets killed, perfect. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can start asserting yourself again. Maybe Soldier takes high ground, gets the rest of his ult. I mean, he's already at 73. It won't be that hard. But once Tracer starts to go in, like Reinhardt, you're off in the front. Zarya, you're looking that way. Who's this? This is Mercy. Oh
Just
yeah,
flying
you're
away,
like
just
you're
flying
like
away.
right. You're like yeah, you're like right there. Yeah, Reinhardt's swinging up in front. It looks like Junkrat just hit the Tracer here. So you got like
30
Junkrat
HP.
looking this way, Soldier looking that way, Zarya looking that way, Reinhardt looking, I believe, that
At
way,
the cart. At the cart.
and then Mercy running for her dear life. And so what's happening is like now Tracer's in the back line and Mercy's in a tough spot, and then Mercy from here is gonna pop Valk, and since everyone's looking here or here, I guess, she's gonna be able to fly in and not gonna be punished, you know. So then she flies in and doesn't get punished. And you guys like kind of pay it like Ryan looks that way, Zarya's looking that way, but like Winston's going in too, so you guys just aren't able to do anything. Imagine where you were 10 seconds ago. Reinhardt was here. You know, you were here, 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 here. You know, imagine a Junkrat right now. Bomb, dead. Or Soldier sitting right there. Like easily punished. You guys had the opportunity there. But since you kind of I'd say got cocky, maybe it greedy isn't really. It's a mix between like forgetting that Mercy has res and getting antsy. I would say like we need to get on the payload. Like I see that a lot. Okay, let me start doing summary because it's 12 minutes after. I don't want to hold you guys until 2 a.m. So I like to do like keywords for you guys at the end of it, so you guys have stuff to focus on, and it's easy to remember, because like you can remember all 2-something hours of this, but good luck, you know. Greedy. You guys get really greedy sometimes for kills. You push in way too far, overextend, and because this team wasn't that good, like just flat out, you guys are the better team here. They just weren't able to do it in fights. Like, you guys are just the better team. It's when you guys make these big mistakes that you guys are getting screwed up. So you get really greedy sometimes for kills, and that ties in with like you lose common sense every once in a while, you know? Like chasing the tracer around in your backline just like wasn't smart. And like you all know that looking back on it. Like you when we watched it, you're like looking back on this like what the heck were we doing, you know, when we were watching that? And like you all know that, but like when you're in the game, you're not thinking it. And so you kind of have to remove yourself in a way and do that. And that's a lot of times what you have to do. You have to say, okay, let me remove myself from this situation. Not going to look at anything I'm looking at. Okay, they have this comp. We have this comp. When we're losing team fights, every single time we see our Mercies dying first. Okay, Reaper, where are you? Oh, you're flanking in the back line and you killed a Zen who instantly got rezzed? Maybe that's the issue. Junkrat, you were spamming the same thing, you know? You guys remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So a little bit of self-awareness, a little bit like it's just greedy. A lot of times, like Reaper getting greedy on the back line there, Junkrat getting greedy, spamming the back line, you guys getting greedy, doing this, that, whatever. Like dropping is greedy, using your whole hog right back on the like first point, trying to get those low health kills. That was greedy. Going really far with Pyre was greedy. You know, like sometimes you just got to play it safe, and it really works out. Medic, what am I forgetting?
Ult management.
That, yeah, when you guys pop like 400 alts.
I
Yeah.
didn't even get to unmute.
Yeah.
I said it, but I was muted.
Alt management.
Yeah, it was literally yesterday. I told them that we need to work on our healers to focus on that.
So yeah, healers are ulting at the same time. Everyone hearing Graviton is spamming Q. Everyone hearing like paying attention to other alts too. It is just as important. Does the Lucio have, or does our Lucio have sound barrier? Yes. Does the enemy Genji have blade? If he does, then use it in response to. If you're 100% sure he does not and they don't have anything else that you need it for, then you can use it to push in with. Just be careful, because then they might have it later and you won't. You know how that works. And really, like, it's not that hard. It just takes a little bit of practice. Like, it's one of those things that like you like think of in your head, like, oh my god, like I have to pay attention to their alts too. But like, it's not like you have to say they're at 76%. It's like you have to say, like, maybe you watch a kill cam, or if kill cams are disabled, if you have a Sombra, you hack them, or like you're just paying attention. You're like, oh, like who alted last fight, who alted 2 fights ago. If they didn't alt in the last 2 fights, they have their alt. Like, it's pretty much just as simple as that. And it's just the like you do it one game and then you do it a second game and then it's second nature, you know?
Yeah.
It's truly as simple as that. Target focus, you guys have good target focus, but like in the middle of team fights you can get confused what to do. These people will be on this person, these people can be on this person. The enemy will be on your Mercy, and then like your X will leave and go do this, and Y will go do this. Like you can leave your Mercy alone to die. Like, I hate to say it, but it's just true. If it means that you're gonna trade their Mercy and then some, but you never want to come out equal. You always want to come out on top. You know.
Yeah, the and then some is important, guys. Don't just leave me to the wolves.
And it's not like, oh, I think I'm gonna be able to get their Mercy. You need to be 100% sure. Because if you leave your Mercy, they will die.
And she will hate you forever.
Yes. And for example, however, though, you have to keep stuff in mind. First map, you had Lucio Farah, right? Mercy. You're never going to die by a Tracer. Because if a Tracer gets near you, Lucio peels for you, and then you fly away to Farah. You know? No one needs to peel for you. Because they can just focus the front line, and then when they go in on their Mercy, they have Mercy Zen Farah, and so they can burst down the enemy Mercy, and then you're fine. You know? Worst case, you start getting shot at by a Pharah, and then you fly up in the sky with your Pharah, and then it's a Pharah duel. Wow. You know? Or if they have a hit scan, maybe you have to like fly a little bit further down or something. But it's, keep in mind like your comp, what that means. Because you can't play your dive comps like death balls, or your death balls like dives. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's no like huge like giant mistakes. It's just a lot of optimizations and getting the right idea about things, I'd say.
Okay.
And another thing, if you're gonna have comps that's like the strat behind the comp is we break the shield and then we brawl, maybe get a little bit more in depth with it,
Yeah.
Because that's not that. What if they do this? What if they do this? What about this map? What about this map? What if this ult plus this ult? What if they use this ult? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Because then that'll also help you apply it backwards to other teams. So you have to imagine yourself in their shoes running that comp. What are you worried about if you have that comp? For example, we'll say, flip the script, you're running that standard dive and they're running the Junkrat Reaper. You're worried about your tanks overextending and getting melted really, really fast. So then you're going to try to force their tanks to overextend and melt their tanks really, really fast. See what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all I got. Do you guys have any questions?
I think I'm good.
If we're running a dive with the Genji, who jumps in first?
Winston.
All right.
Technically D.Va, because D.Va's slower. But like Winston says, hey guys, I'm going in on Zen, and D.Va presses shift, and then Winston presses shift. And then Genji goes, and then Tracer too.
When I dive as Genji, I need to hit my dash every time when we dive a certain target.
As many times as you can. Because if you hit your dash, the whole point of dive is that you get that first kill. Right? Alright, I'll tell you, back in the history of competitive Overwatch, throwback to Season 3. Who played Season 3?
I did.
What was the comps that you ran in Season 3?
See, Season 3 was before dive comp, is that right?
Yep. Quad
so
tank,
I was like,
5 tank, and an Ana.
Just
What?
one Ana.
No, Ana was disgustingly broken. And then what happened at the end of Season 3? I'll give you a hint. Ana's nade got nerfed. And then that made it so she could not heal 3 tanks at the same time, and her nano was broken. And so then people were looking at stats, and they're like, whoa, the team that gets the first kill in a death ball versus death ball thing wins the fight 78% of the time. So what if we build an entire comp around that? And so then that's how death ball or dive originated. It's speed boost in. If you guys remember the original dive, this was all of Season 4 was Winston, D.Va, Genji, Tracer, Lucio, Zen.
Well, there's also Hog getting picks.
You still had OP Hog back then.
Yeah, but that was more with death ball. You didn't.
But that was still centered around first pick though. The first Hog to get a pick.
It was centered around breaking the shield and then getting the first pick. That is how you do death ball. Is you win the shield war and then you have a shield, they don't have a shield, and you win. Because if they have a shield, then you can't hook anyone. Ideally, unless someone makes a mistake, obviously. And that's why it was so hard to play Zarya sometimes without really good healers, is because you'd walk in front of the Rhine shield and Roadhogs would do that dumb combo where they right click hook and then kill you, because like it instantly breaks your barrier and then you're hooked because you're just trying to get energy. And so then you got the 40 energy, but you're across the map because Roadhog could pull you through a valley and a mountain,
Yeah, I remember that.
Season 3 was a rough season for Zarya. But then anyway, that's how dive arose. And so the whole point, dive is built on getting the first pick. And if you get the first pick, then you have more space because they're forced to back up. It is literally a 5v6. It's not the same 78% because it's a dive versus death ball or dive v dive. So it's just not the same, but it's still way above 50%, like 65, 70. And Genji gets reset. And then Orissa's pretty much the same as Reinhardt in a death ball comp, except a little bit more mobile actually, but also more stationary. It's kind of weird how it works. More mobile as a shield, less mobile as a character. So realistically, how you use it is small adjustments to a shield, and then you walk away and go do something else. But not really. You know what I mean. I.e., you can also do stuff while your shield is down. But you don't run Orisa with like a dive. No, of course not. But yeah, okay, so what was your question? Oh, yeah, if you're running dive, when do I go first? Winston goes in first because a main tank's goal, a main tank's mantra is I want to create space for my team. If the okay, I'll bring that up, Manic. The quote that I love is from Muma, who is, oh God, what team is he? Outlaws? He's Outlaws, right?
I
I
think.
don't know.
Yeah.
Outlaws main tank, Muma.
Yeah.
Is if I go in as Winston and I die instantly and get 0% all charge and give the enemy team a ton of all charge, but get my shield down and give my TPS some space, it was worth it. Realistically, you don't want to die and give all the all charge and not get any yourself, but you see what I mean. And it was true. Like, if you can create space for your DPS, it is worth it. Because then it essentially gives Tracer 600 extra HP. You know?
You see,
And then
I'm not feeding all the time.
False.
Okay. So then your question is, okay, well, what's the other roles of the people? Well, what does an off tank do? Shields the main tank. Helps them create more space for the DPS. The DPS do the damage, and then the healers heal the main tank and the DPS when they need them. But the main tank stays alive, is an anchor. Wow, anchor tank. Throwback to end of season 5 when they made Orisa. And if the anchor tank's alive, then the DPS are alive. It's as simple as that, you know? And then Medic wanted me to pull up playing dive versus Orisa. You be real careful about that. It's a cooldown game. Throwback to season 3, you wait for the hook. Or in this case, the halt and the hook, or the halt and the whatever. And then you go in on healers, because the healers are immobile. And please, if you're ever Winston, you find yourself shocking a fortified, armored Orisa, no, you're doing 15 damage per second.
Just start slapping her. It's better at that point.
Like, you are tickling them. Like, passive Lucio heals. That's what you're doing.
Wow.
Yeah, it's bad. How long would it take? Let's figure it out.
Too long, because the Mercy's healing them at the same time. So.
It'll take 13 and a third seconds. Which, for reference, how much can give me how much can you do otherwise? So let's say you're usually hitting 2 targets, 13.33. So instead of doing 200 damage, you can do 800 damage. Crazy how that works.
Jesus.
Get 4 kills in the time it takes you to get half of one. Mind blown. And then Zen just throws an orb on her and everything is ruined. Okay, more questions. If you guys have any.
No, I think I'm good.
Anyone else?
I got nothing.
Alrighty. If you guys do have any more questions, then you can just let me know, PM me, and I can answer them. If you wouldn't mind, one of you guys drop me a review in WBC, just because I'm greedy for those reviews, you know? Haha.
He really is.
I got you, fam. Don't worry.
Not anymore, I'm not.
Hey, thanks so much for
Yeah, no
dissecting that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, you sent me a 2-hour VOD, and I'm like, haha, if you think we're getting any more than 20 minutes to do this, you're wrong. Yeah. Team
that's
VOD
good.
reviews take a long time. Whenever I review individuals, it takes like 2.5, 3 times longer, but teams, it's like, it's a long time.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Makes sense.
We went over a lot, though.
Yeah.
I need to talk to Zorg about a lot of it, though, too.
Was Zorg the Reaper?
He's
Yeah.
Reaper,
Or Widow.
Tracer, or Hit Scan, or Widow.
Talk about a flex, dang.